Hey, this is Casper Van Dien, star of Starship Troopers. Johnny Rico, you know what to do. I hate the Freakquels podcast. Kill them all. Come on, you imps. You know what to do. They're dead to me. Kill them. Kill them all.
Hello, you beautiful freaks, and welcome to a brand new episode of Freakquels. I'm your host, EJ Leeson, and with me today is that co-host, Mr. Horror himself, Rory Colorazzi. What's going on, buddy?
That was in reference to my shirt that just says horror.
Yes.
It's a Criterion shirt. It's a genre shirt.
I love it.
I know. I saw that. I got so excited.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't draw attention to it. Let them see it.
Let
EJ
it.
bring it up.
Dude, I love it. No, it's cool. I literally bought one of those enamel pins, right? And it's, do you remember going into the video store and they would have that green sticker and it says horror on it?
Yeah.
So I have that on my bag.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
One of my favorite pens that I have, yeah.
That's neato.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. How are you?
I'm all right, you know.
I'm a hard all right.
I guess I'm okay. You know, I realized I peaked.
Yeah, no, that's
It's been a
good.
downhill spiral.
Well, that's great, man. I'm glad
man.
I'm glad you're all right.
I'm just getting through the days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I picked out my plot and everything recently.
Oh,
I'm ready
nice.
to go.
Is it right by the highway?
It is.
Oh, that's good.
I'm doing a Friday the 13th, the final chapter burial.
That's a perfect one singular headstone right by like people just driving back and forth. No fencing around it.
Did they think no one was going to call them on that? If anybody listening to this right now wants to see something funny, and Friday the 13th, the final chapter, the teens, the sexy teens,
Yeah.
they all drive by a headstone for Mrs. Voorhees, and it's literally just on the side of the highway.
Yeah. It's just they just drive right by it and it's just
They're
there.
doing construction around it.
The weird thing is, like, does one person just show up and mow that like small little area?
Yeah, it's
Because there's
very
like no
out of the
overgrowth.
way. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
weird.
they're doing a good job making it look good, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe Jason does it.
Well, that could be.
You see him with one of those little, like, old-fashioned lawnmowers that, like, they don't push. They don't push correctly.
He's like, out of gas.
God
again.
damn it.
Damn it. I'm going to have to use a machete on this.
Oh, I'm going to go kill somebody. That's actually the source of his rage.
That's how the fourth one starts.
Yeah. He's like, no, this is not my week.
And with us today, very special guest, second time back, one of our favorites. It took a while to come back because she might be one of the busiest people I know, because not only is she a writer, a director, an awesome actress, but she's also going through grad school right now too. So give it up for Marcie Riebe. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great, man. So glad to have you back.
Thank you both for having me. I'm glad to be here.
And Marcie, just for the record, we don't do anything. We're like you're so busy.
I know, we don't
Don't worry, I'm doing it all for you. It's fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I would like some money.
I don't do anything that involves money. Give me a
I'm
break.
so sorry. I need money.
She does more than the two of us combined.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Well, we don't.
Hey.
We probably don't do
I mean,
anything.
Yeah, we probably
at least
don't
I
do
don't
that.
work 2 jobs anymore.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're nuts. You're crazy. And you were up for you won, right? An award recently.
Paul and I won a NEPTA for inconveniences for
Can
writing.
you explain what the NEPTA is to those out there who
a
don't live
NEPTA
in
is
PA?
a Northeast Pennsylvania Theater Alliance award. They're held annually by our Theater Alliance group. And Paul Gallo and I won for best writing full length for an original script.
Awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And that play was incredible.
I'm so glad you liked it.
One of our friends, Krista Lou, crushed
it as Pride.
Yeah, so good. Same with everybody in the cast, like Pashi,
Yeah.
Reed, all
John
incredible.
Michael as
John
Gluttony.
Michael.
and his sandwich monologue.
He is so good. He's like one of my favorites to watch too. I love John Michael.
Me too.
Yeah. But everybody in that play was absolutely incredible. And Justin, even though Justin O'Hearn doesn't really have like any lines in it, and it's mostly just like physical comedy, kills it. Like he's absolutely one of my favorite
He's the human
performers.
resources guy named Shandon.
Yeah.
Shandon, who works for the powers that be, right, who run the universe. And he has to figure out which one of the inconveniences or sins or virtues stole the codes of creation, which are, of course, on an innocuous thumb drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, yeah, Shandon doesn't speak until the end of the play.
Yes. And Justin he killed it. As you can imagine, Justin just
Facial expressions.
amazing. Yeah, just so funny.
Physical humor. Yeah, he's so
You
good
should
at
have written
that.
him a monologue about Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Maybe inconveniences, too.
You should.
Yeah.
You should do that for him.
Is that part of the whole mouse realm? No, right? So we could talk about
Yeah,
Buffy?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like she's
Yeah.
fair game. Like she's not
Yeah.
part of Disney, right?
Yeah.
Buffy the Vampire
Yeah, because one
Slayer?
of the jokes in the play that comes up multiple times is
Yeah.
never mess with the mouse because you're gonna get sued.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
They've been coming after us for a while.
Yeah. They're trying.
Our original logo it was Freakles with the Mickey Mouse hat on top.
It was basically Steamboat Willie. So
It was our logo with a Mickey Mouse hat. What? What's the problem? We didn't think this looked like anything.
doesn't look like nothing.
It looked like shit. Get out of here, Bob Iger. Step off.
Step off, man. But one of my favorite moments in Inconveniences is Chris Alou giving the memorial for a character, and he goes, "Guys, I just want to say." What was his name again? Like, and he just says like all the different names, and they correct him, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's it." And so
It's like 5 different names.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, yeah, that's it."
For those people at home who don't know this, Chris Alou is pretty brilliant.
Yes,
I think as an actor, he's just very on point.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, and I'm gonna tell you, in November he's gonna be at Page to Stage at Diva talking about songwriting.
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
So
awesome.
that'll be cool. So that's
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody would like
That's
to
coming up.
check out our Babadook episode, Chris Alou performs an original song.
Yeah.
And listen to that and then just go see their play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go see Page the Stage because I'm sure he'll probably play.
Yes,
right?
I'm
Yeah.
hoping.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
hope so.
better yet, show up with a boombox over your head, like say anything,
Yes.
blasting Chris's original song.
Yeah. Did you listen to his EP at all?
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so good.
So
I
good.
say it's like Billy Joel ish.
Yeah,
Right? Like
I think, yeah.
some vibes a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's so funny. He showed up here with a guitar and it was missing like a string or something, right? So Vince was like, "Hold on, I'll go. I'm gonna get you a guitar." So he goes to his house, brings back a guitar, and Chris immediately was like, "Oh, okay, I got it," and it just like played the song. He's such a true artist.
Yeah, I was
right?
gonna say
Like,
that was
yeah.
that moment where you're just kind of like, you're the real deal, because he showed up, he's like, it's missing a string, I'll make it work, and
Yeah.
you're like, that's why I love you.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's no there's no pretension to that guy.
But yeah, he was so good
So
in
good.
Inconveniences, and I'm so glad you guys won because you deserve it.
Thanks.
You're, dude, you are such a funny actress because I loved you in KK's play.
Oh, thanks.
That
I love
was-
that play,
That was also up for like a nomination. It didn't win,
but it should have.
but it should have. It was so good. That was
You guys were like the Taylor Swift of the night.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
yeah,
Pretty much.
basically.
People are not happy.
Yeah, people were like, "What?" No, but
Yeah,
you
I
were
mean, Diva
incredible.
only brought one award home.
Yeah,
Like
and
it was
you.
a tough year. It was
Yeah.
a tough year.
It was a tough.
I
year.
had a lot
was
to
like,
do with the voting though, so I'm very sorry.
Oh, Rory.
I did. I put all the votes.
Damn it, Rory.
Really?
Damn it.
So, yeah. I was actually building my own theater company, so I paid off some people.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Put all the votes towards you know,
towards other theaters.
Yeah, well, mine mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with me.
Back
I don't
alley
have
theater.
time to think about it. Back alley theater would be so awesome.
Hey, Peter,
we don't have a house.
Peter Brook said you can do theater anywhere. Like you just need a bare space, and you can make theater happen.
I'm gonna recreate that alley in the 8th Friday the 13th. Where they're like, those scumbags live.
Yeah. Where there's literally a rat crawling around like a toxic sewage barrel.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's my dream.
That's my
dream
dream
space.
We could
Put
use
on
Shakespeare
art.
in the alley and just
Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
It should be fun.
Yeah, it's just
It'll be a good time.
it's a great place to see some theater and get mugged.
Yeah.
You know?
Because you're like, is that an actor or is that really someone threatening my life? And
You'll never know.
You'll
until
never
it
know.
happens.
Are you gonna require people to have their tetanus shot before they come?
Oh no.
Live dangerously.
no.
Oh.
just take the chance.
Yeah, man, you're working for my theater company. You're living on the edge.
I was asking about the patrons, not even like the employees.
Oh no, the patrons. Nope.
Not even the patrons love.
I've actually been asking people to leave their insulin at the door.
Wow.
Wow, that's a very unique theater experience. You can only come see it one time because
About
you'll
that.
probably
About
die after it.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times.
Well, then we pick your body clean. We got your wallet, your
Right.
shoes.
Well, I mean,
Is she
you know,
gonna use that? I don't
it's
think so.
difficult. It's difficult to fund theater. Like,
It
it's
is.
hard.
That's how we do it.
tough.
You gotta
Yeah.
loot the bodies, I guess. You gotta loot the bodies.
It's a
You got
business
to.
model not yet explored.
Right. I feel like more theaters should have that kind of
Yeah.
like,
We'll call it the pick 'em clean model.
perfect. Yeah.
Hey, let's jump into this episode.
Yeah, let's okay. So before we do, did you see any new movies, Marcie? Like anything that came out recently that was in theaters? I know you're super busy, so probably or anything you're watching lately that you're really into.
Oh, yeah. We saw Death of a Unicorn.
Oh, cool. Did you like it?
Oh my God, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Death of a Unicorn. Did you see that?
I didn't see it. I want to see it. I haven't heard. You're the first person that said something good about it.
Really?
Yeah. Although even you seemed a little about it.
Well, no, it was like a slow start, but once something happens,
Once it picks up.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've been hearing like mixed things. I mean, I don't care about shit like that. Like I will get around to watching it, and I'm not swayed by like
Yeah.
like a negative response. I like to form my own opinions in life.
Yeah.
So I will see it. I just didn't see it yet, but it's an interesting trailer for sure. You liked it?
I did. I thought they had great timing. They had a great cast.
Yes.
I really loved the medieval links to like the stories of the unicorn and like the tapestries of the unicorn that are at the
Yeah,
cloisters
I love that too.
in New
Yeah.
York. Because if you've ever seen them, they're amazing. And I'm like, she's talking about all this stuff like that we saw when we went to New York, and it was I just thought it was a good time. Like, I mean, as good a time as a Death of a Unicorn can be.
That is the thing that put me off that movie.
Yeah.
I don't want to see no unicorn die.
Yeah. Now, Will Poulter is like, I feel like he steals the movie a little bit, right?
Because Will Poulter is Will Poulter every time. Like,
Yeah.
he's that every time.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Like when he's in the hot tub and he's screaming for the butler guy. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
that's just Will Poulter. Like that has to be him in real life.
he's so funny. He literally I think he steals the movie, and it's crazy because like Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, there's like this great cast
Not
in it.
friend of the show, Jenna Ortega.
Not friend of the show, Jenna Ortega.
She don't like us.
Not
Yeah.
yet. Not yet.
No,
Not yet.
she thumbs down all our videos.
Yeah,
Really?
for some reason, yeah.
Oh,
She
maybe
got
I don't like
something.
her movie as much now.
Yeah, I don't know why she's
Yeah.
against us.
Oh,
It could be something Rory
it's rough.
said.
It's rough out there. It's
Yeah.
rough out there.
She won't even support my back alley theater group. She said she wouldn't be a part of
I mean,
it.
did you just introduce that today?
I no, this has actually been going on for a while, but I decided to bring it
Oh,
up.
I'm
Like I
sorry.
just came up with it. I've been manipulating
So
you
she's
guys.
been giving you the thumbs down, like inside your brain.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
She's just like sounds dangerous and like what's wrong with you is the common criticism I got.
Sounds like you have no cooperation with human resources.
Yeah.
They need Shandon.
Yeah, they need Shandon. Yeah.
Well, we thought, like, check this out. If we don't have a human resources or anybody looking over the actors to make sure they're okay, then we could just do whatever we want.
Exactly.
At the
I
expense
mean, that's pretty
of
much
anyone.
community theater.
Yeah, see?
Exactly. Exactly. So, and anything else that you've seen recently, or no?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
was
figured-
I was just working my ass off to get some 4.0s. That's all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have seen another movie. I don't remember.
Yeah. No, I figured, I was like, you are a super busy person, because not only do you act, write, direct, going to school, but you also are like one of the board members of Diva Theater, so you're always helping with every single production that gets put on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because I do all the publicity for
Yeah.
Diva. So, yeah, I'm always trying to help people out with their shows and things.
yeah. And if you're like, they're doing the, producing part of it and just overseeing everything. So you're a busy person.
Just having not a lot of time to go to the cinemas.
Right. That's why we're
Right.
going to talk about a movie from 2006 because I could,
last time I saw a movie.
I could see it because it was like almost 20 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blink of an eye.
Blink of an eye, man. How about you, Rory? What have you seen any new movies?
Well,
recently?
I thought maybe to maximize time,
Yeah.
I would say a couple of them that I've watched that I don't think you've watched, and then you and I can just ping pong back and forth on
The
two of them that I
ones
know
that
we've watched.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so did you ever see Thief,
Thief. I don't know.
the Michael Mann film?
No, I don't think so.
It's a Criterion that they just put out. Just buy it, dude. It is fucking awesome.
What year did it come out?
It's like early 80s.
Thief. I don't think I have seen it.
Okay, so like I know Criterion just put like a real banger of like a 4K out for it.
Yeah.
So it is available right now. 1981.
Okay.
So like James Caan.
Oh, okay.
So if there was a trailer for this movie that I have not watched yet, but it
Yeah.
should start with when one man doesn't give a fuck about anything. Because it's literally like a guy who's just like, I had all this shit going on in my life. I went to prison. I taught myself not to give a shit or be afraid.
Yeah.
James Caan is like so good in this. It's probably like my favorite role.
I've never heard of it either.
No, dude,
No.
it is so good. So it's like the guy who made Heat, Michael Mann.
Yeah.
Just fucking great. Also, Tangerine Dream.
Tangerine Dream.
Tangerine Dream did the music for Legend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they did the score,
Oh, shut up.
and then also it's one of the coolest looking movies I've seen in a little bit because it's got that great like 80s look.
Yeah.
But like in like a really capable filmmaker's hands.
Yeah.
So it's just, dude, there's so many shots in it where you're like, I don't know. It's kind of breathtaking at times.
Oh, cool.
And there's
I'll have
some
to check it
really,
out.
really, really wonderful suspense sequences too. And I don't want to ruin anything, so I'm gonna be as vague as possible at this one. But once you watch Thief someday,
Yeah.
just send me a text and say, "Hey man, I watched it. I don't like it.
I'm like, man, that shit sucks.
Overrated."
No,
Says
just kidding.
EJ
I'll
Leeson.
probably love it. Yeah.
I got around to finally seeing Saint Maud.
Saint Maud. I haven't seen that.
Oh, you didn't see that either?
No.
It's pretty good.
What is it about?
It's like you could just kind of see like a mentally unstable person who's clung to religion. And,
Okay.
It's kind of like she's a little fucked in
Oh,
the head.
this came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was a couple
right?
of years ago. It was like
Yeah.
I remember seeing trailers for it right before there was this thing that happened. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it was called the pandemic.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
right.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah,
And
I
right
remember
before
that.
the
Yeah.
pandemic kicked
Yeah.
in, they kept showing trailers for this movie Saint Maud, and I was all ready to go see it. And then that happened, and then all those pandemic releases were all over the place, and I just didn't get
Yeah.
around to it. So I was just kind of like, hey, this movie's like an hour and 20 minutes or something. It's really short, so I was like, fuck it, I'll knock it out. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like an A24 movie. It's
It's pretty good.
yeah, it's got some great character stuff, but it's pretty good. And I just watched again. I hadn't seen it in a long time. Charade. With,
Oh, yeah.
Cary Grant.
Love
Audrey
Cary
Hepburn.
Grant. Yeah.
The two of them. She's awesome. Did you ever
Audrey
see
Hepburn?
Charade? Mm-hmm. She's
Yeah.
like so much fun to watch in that movie.
I think that's the one of hers that I like the best.
Me too. 100%.
Yeah.
I know like the temptation is go to breakfast at Tiffany's.
But I feel like everybody picks that.
Yeah,
I'm
and
like,
which is fine. Like if everyone likes it for a reason, great. But this is an instance where I'm like, she is so like fun to watch in that. Like she's so animated, and like the script for the two of them is like perfectly written for them.
Yeah.
Like it's like a great Cary Grant movie, like a perfect Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn movie.
Yeah. I love Cary Grant.
Yeah, me
I
too.
think he's so...
He's on my top list of favorite actors for sure.
Yeah. He's probably in my top 10 to 15
Yeah.
for sure.
I would say
Yeah.
100% like my top 10 at the very
Jimmy
least.
Stewart, very high
Maybe
on my
number
list.
one.
Yeah,
Jimmy
very
Stewart
high.
might be my favorite actor of all time. I don't
Yeah.
know. He's another one I could just like watch.
Humphrey Bogart.
Humphrey
right?
yeah. Bogey.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of those classic actors, they just had like a thing about them. They were just fun to watch, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the two of them, that script is like perfectly written, and it's what I really love about it is that it's such a good script because like you think it's a certain type of film, and then like a few pages into the script it just completely changes direction, and a couple more pages it changes direction again, and it's always just keeping you on your toes. Like you feel like you kind of understand where it's going, and then it's just like, nope, we're gonna go here, and you're like,
Yeah.
neat. That's a really, really, really well, not forced
Yeah.
in any real way. It's just like a really great little piece of cinema. And now we're gonna drift into the thing that can bridge
That we kind
into
Yeah.
we'll bridge into what you did and saw. Lilo and Stitch.
Yes. Yeah.
We went together.
I loved
with a
it.
group of
I know a
people.
lot of people are 50-50 on it because they changed certain things, but I thought it was really funny, and I liked it. I
It's
don't
the
know.
least egregious Disney live action remake.
Yeah.
I mean, for a movie that doesn't need to exist, it's okay.
Yeah. I liked
And
it.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Because some of those movies are just like, oh my god, what
why?
happened?
Why?
Yeah, you're just like,
Why
what are
did
you
this
doing?
happen?
But like, that little girl that plays Lilo is like, just give her a little Oscar.
Yeah, she is.
She's so cute.
She has some really, really funny lines.
Yeah, and she
moments,
delivers them
too.
perfectly.
And she's
too.
so funny. Yeah.
Like she's really, really charming, and like Stitch is just a lot of fun in general. But
Yeah.
there's like things about it that you can like nitpick, but it's like, again, for a movie that doesn't need to exist, it's
good.
pretty. Yeah, it's a pretty okay movie.
Yeah.
and that's fine.
Yeah, and that's fine. Yeah.
This is one I'm very interested to talk to you about because we haven't talked about it yet.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know.
Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning.
Yes. Did you like it?
So going in, everything I heard about this movie was that it wasn't good, and I'm watching it. And I'm like, did I see the same fucking movie?
What happened?
What are you talking about? No, because it's like
What?
weird. People kept saying they're like, oh, it's like, it's very thin in story. It's just all these like different set pieces, and I'm like, well, it's part two, right? Like,
Yeah.
like there's a Dead Reckoning
Right.
sets everything up so that you can have a movie like that. There are two moments in this movie, and this is coming from a person who sometimes watches movies and feels kind of dead inside. It's like I'm watching shit happen, and I'm like, I'm not feeling anything. But like,
Yeah.
there's a submarine sequence in this. I was literally like squirming in my seat. I was like digging my nails into the chair. It was such fucking fantastic suspense filmmaking.
Yes.
It was just so good, and that it's on the poster. I'm not ruining anything. The planes.
Oh, that scene is intense.
There's a wide where you see the two planes side by side.
Yeah.
And you see how far down that drop is and how high up they are.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's not in a computer.
No.
That is the argument that can always just be made when people say that like well, you could do things in a computer, there's no difference. There's a fucking huge difference. Would you know that people are really doing that shit?
Yeah.
Because Tom Cruise, what the fuck are you thinking? Like there's like parts in it where he's just like strapped to the plane by his wrists, and I'm like, well, that they probably have a bunch of harnesses on him until you see the behind the scenes footage.
You're like, no.
That guy, I
What are
don't
you
care
doing?
what anyone has to say about him. I'm like, he is He is the shit.
Yeah.
I am so like in awe of what that guy puts himself through just to entertain you.
It's crazy. Like, it's crazy.
Did you like it?
I liked it a lot. Like, I probably, it's not in like the top tier of my favorite Mission Impossibles, but
It's not like Fallout
But it's not,
or
like,
the
terrible.
first one. No, not at all.
honestly, for being 8 movies in, there isn't really a bad Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
you know?
you can kind of like nitpick things, but
Right. Like a lot of people don't like 2. 2 is actually really high on my list. I love part 2. It's crazy. It's John Woo, and I love that like style of filmmaking. And
are you a
and the
Mission
story.
Impossible fan? Do you ever watch any of them?
No.
Fair enough.
Not because I'm against it. It's just
Never got to
never
it. That's
really
cool.
got to
That's
it.
cool.
Yeah.
They're for that genre of film,
Yeah.
they're as kind of what I like in action movies, because sometimes action movies can kind of be a little boring. Because sometimes they don't know how to make them very well. But these movies are always just so, especially from like 4 on, when I was just like, they're really doing that shit.
Yeah.
Like
it's
there's
crazy.
something about it, like in Ghost Protocol when he's up on top of that building, and I'm like, he could just slip.
I know. It's like,
I'm sure
this
they
could
have
end
something in
terribly.
place.
Yeah.
There has to be something in place to make it so that Tom Cruise doesn't die making this movie. But Jesus, no. But I mean, yeah. Like the best way to put it is that it's like, I know we live in that world where everything's either the best or worst movie ever, which is like a really bad way to approach things. But like, I thought it was very entertaining, and like for like a movie that was just flirting with being 3 hours, it didn't feel like that for me.
No.
I must have just been like having a great time because I saw it in IMAX.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I didn't have like a packed theater, which was kind of nice.
Yeah.
So I'm just watching it, like everyone was into it, and it was just like a great experience. So I really enjoyed that movie. What else did you see, EJ?
I actually went to see Final Destination Bloodlines again.
Okay, cool.
And I loved it even more the
Neato.
second time. I am such a huge fan of the Final Destination movies. I don't know why, but
They're a lot of fun.
There's so much that as I was watching it the second time around, I was like, oh wow, like this is way better, because you catch all the like little things that lead into stuff that happens throughout the, like all the foreshadowing in it, and you're like, oh my god, it was there the whole time. It's crazy because there's a moment, I don't want to give it away too much, but there's a moment where the main character, she's driving to see her grandmother for the first time up in the woods, right? And as it cuts to her and you see like a high shot of her car driving, you see like a train going by and you hear that like the train sound, and I'm like, oh my god, that was there the whole time. Like, that's crazy. But there's so much stuff to it. I feel like that's a movie, the more you watch it, the more you probably get out of it too.
Can I tell you a funny story I didn't get to tell you about yet with that movie?
Yeah.
So like all the reviews, did you ever see Final Destination?
I have seen Final Destination movies, but not that one.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, like, this isn't ruining anything or talking much about the movie in general, but all the reviews for this one have been really, really good. So, it's like Rotten Tomatoes, it was like sitting at a 90-something.
Wow.
Which, horror movies don't typically get to
Fare well.
Yeah, they don't swim around in that 90%.
No.
So, like, I remember I was talking to Dave Gonzalez about that, and he saw it like a couple hours before we saw it.
Yeah. And
he gets out and he's like, dude, it's like really, really good. And he's like, it's crazy because all the critics are saying all this good stuff about it. And he's like, that's really, really promising. I think you're gonna really like it. And when he said that the critics liked it, I started writing a text and then I didn't send it because it was just gonna open up a bigger conversation. But I was gonna say, oh, the critics liked it. Was it about trauma? Because, like, they love horror films that have to do with trauma and generational trauma.
Yeah.
And then I saw the movie, and it's about generational trauma.
Well, I was just going to say, like, the Final Destination movies feel like generational trauma to me.
Sure.
Like, when I think about it, when you see the logs on the truck driving down the road, like, from the first one, you're still like, oh, I have to get off of this highway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody who ever slipped back into a tanning bed after that movie needs to get their fucking head checked. After that third one. But no, it's just funny because even like when there was like points in the movie where I started kind of like laughing to myself because I was just kind of like, well, as long as it's not like that 2018 Halloween. And then she drives up to her grandma's house, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's literally the Laurie Strode's house." And she has a little buzzer thing, And then she comes in, and she kind of looks like Laurie Strode in it,
right?
And I'm like, "Oh no,
oh no!"
But they took all that stuff that I wasn't wild about with the Halloween movies, and did something a little slightly better with it. Except like when this, and again, I don't know if anyone's seen this. This episode's gonna come out. And this movie's gonna have been out for 2 months, so I think it's safe. When she like steps outside, the grandmother, she steps outside, and then it's like Storm from X-Men must have been outside or something.
Right, it's like
because Becca said that she's like she said she liked in the original movies how it was always very like subtle. It's like water would sort of leak, and then it would lead into something else, and it was a little bit more like low key. And this movie, she like steps out of her cabin, and it's like a tornado starts, and you're like, all right, scale it back. No, Final Destination Bloodline is it's not my favorite, but it's very like good.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really really.
It's funny because I thought that the first time I saw it, but then the second time I'm like, oh, I missed like this small little detail that I kind of caught the second time, because a fire extinguisher falls as soon as they enter the house. It falls on the porch, and what happens is the thing hits the fire extinguisher, and that's why it hits like a faster speed.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. You can edit that part out so I don't ruin it for people.
If somebody can figure what that meant,
right?
Without having seen the movie, then good on you.
Yeah.
We'll send you some Freakquels bucks. We have these dollars with the Freakquels logo on them that we send people.
Yeah,
it's not really good for anything, but we'll send you some Freakquels bucks.
Right, exactly, and we hope you could figure out what it's for someday.
Yeah, and also for anybody who's really considering this, there's no legal precedent that you can explore.
No, not at all.
You can't really come after us for this because I'm just going to say this right now: we're frauds.
Yeah. So do what you want.
Yeah, come at me. Sue me for what?
Sue me for what?
Anyway. I got a movie or what?
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say one of the producers of Final Destination was talking about the very first movie. He was like going through all the different movies, and it's on a YouTube video that I watched. And he was saying in the first movie when Todd's in the bathroom, there were higher ups that were like, "Could you put like a black smoke into the bathroom?" And he was like, "I think the audience will know that death is there." Right, they see like the audience is seeing not what the character's seeing, and putting that in there feels like kind of cheap. But the higher ups are like, no, you have to. They're gonna love it, so the audience knows something's up, and it's like I think they know what's up, but it's really funny.
Those same producers put the black smoke monster into the Lost TV show,
right.
And everyone loved it.
Yeah.
No, it's funny.
They were probably going off of that model.
Yeah, they're like, hey,
which came first, Final Destination or Lost?
Well, Final Destination. Yeah.
There's I know, and even in one of the original drafts of Final Destination, I think they wanted to have like a cloaked death figure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was. I think it was going to be more of like a slasher thing. They made the right call.
No, I think they made the right call.
Yeah, like the whole idea, and that's kind of what we were getting at before with the whole like, making the death scenes a little bit more elaborate, like louder and stuff. The subtlety of it, like when you just don't see it coming because it's these tiny little things.
Yeah,
like your glass builds up condensation and drips down onto like a wire or something, and it's like little things like that are scary because you're just doing other things and not noticing impending doom.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you see anything else?
No, that was it.
Jesus, how disappointing.
I do want to point out one of the things the producer talked about in the first Final Destination. He's like, a lot of people don't catch this foreshadowing, but it's for Hitchcock's character, Sean William Scott. You know how he gets decapitated?
Yeah.
Like across the face?
Yeah.
So early on in the movie, when he sees the plane kind of like flying away. He's looking out the glass, and in the reflection of you see the plane kind of go right across his face.
Oh, that's neato.
Yeah, like where the same way he gets decapitated later on.
Wow.
Which I never noticed that until he pointed that out.
Oh, I did. I want to be that guy.
you
I want to be that guy. I notice everything.
But I'm gonna watch for it now because
Yeah.
that's pretty.
It's
I
really
never,
cool.
I never saw that. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I thought that was cool. I just wanted to point that out.
You ever meet people like that, by the way?
Who are like, yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, they're like, I figured out the ending of Saw.
Yeah.
I had someone do that to me once. I was just like, okay, number one, if you did, good for you. But even if you did, fuck off. Like, you're so smart.
And number 3, like maybe I don't want to be friends with you anymore because if you figured that out, come on.
Yeah.
What?
What kind of mind do you have?
Yeah.
What? I did not Saw in particularly, like, I did not see that in
No one did. That's
No.
why like every theater across the country screamed in unison.
Yeah, people were
Yeah.
losing their minds.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The dead guy was,
That movie was losing me up until that point where I'm like, okay. Because I thought I was so stupid back then. I was like, okay, yeah, I guess it was Zep.
yeah.
And then like John Kramer stands up and I'm like, oh God.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I saw that with Will Purna. We were like punching each other. We're like, oh my God, it's so cool. We got outside and started throwing trash cans at each other. It was real weird.
Yeah,
Weird way to respond to something, but I stand by it.
Yeah.
I stand by it.
No, but I mean, but it is funny when there are people that are like, yeah, I saw that coming.
I figure everything out. I'm so fucking smart. I need you to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the I need you to know it
Yeah.
part that's
Yeah.
the worst.
Or the people that told you that, like, when we were growing up, like, if there's, like, an album you were waiting for, they were like, yeah, I got it, like, 3 months before it came out. I met people like that. They
Yeah.
just, like, they just want to feel so important.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, I had it like a couple months ahead of time.
Yeah, I got the Japanese bootleg.
Yeah. My uncle knows a guy. He's got this real cool uncle that we'll never meet and probably doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I had so many people like that in my school. I'm
I
like,
dated one of them.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I like that you use the word dated.
Yes, in past tense.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
how that should go.
Did he see it coming?
But
Boom.
perfect.
Yeah. No.
No.
No. Good.
I hope you said that to him too. Bet you didn't see that coming. Actually, I
But
did. I'm
in
really
hindsight,
off-putting.
in hindsight, I wish I had.
Oh, yeah.
He's listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm
just-
sure he's
the
not.
time.
If he is,
He's just eating like a bag of Cheetos right now.
glad you still don't talk to me. I'm glad you're holding that grudge for 20 plus years.
He's just, you think he's just listening to
Good.
this episode right now? He's just like, Marcie!
I didn't expect this today.
My powers of seeing into the future failed me this one evening.
It's like the Goonies when he's like, Andy, you Goonie.
Oh, I can only dream.
Yeah.
I can only hope.
Well, let's talk about the movie that we're here to talk about today. This is a pick by Marcie. What made you pick this movie?
I love comedy horror movies, and I
Yeah.
think this is just one of my favorite comedy horror movies.
It's legit, like, so hilarious.
Yeah.
I forgot how
that
funny.
was our special guest, the motorcyclist outside. There's no way the mics didn't pick that up. I had to draw attention to it. Favorite comedy horrors, you say, EJ?
Yes, yeah. So this you picked because it's a comedy horror. Is this one of your favorites?
Of like the horror movies?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Okay.
I would think so.
Yeah, I would say it's so funny. Like I forgot. There's some beats in this that like moments that made me laugh out loud.
Loud, yeah.
I was like, that was good. Like later, like the climax. There's something that happens, that I literally laughed out loud, and I was like, how did I forget about that?
Right?
That's so good. Yeah.
It was cool to go back and watch it again because it's been a while since I watched it. And I told my husband, I'm like, Pete, I'm going to watch Slither. And he's like, oh, good. He's like, I'm going to watch it upstairs. So I think we were both watching it because at some points I could hear like laughter. So
Yeah.
yeah,
How come we didn't watch it together?
because we're married.
Oh, I see.
Because he really likes his desk chair and he likes to be on the computer. He can't like really sit and watch movies all the time. Like
Okay.
he has to be doing other stuff at the same time.
Oh, my God.
Gotcha.
You know, like he wants to be gaming or like looking up stuff for like role playing games or something like while he's like watching TV or a movie.
Yeah, I'm insufferable when I watch movies. I'm literally just like sitting
I mean,
there,
maybe that's why we don't watch
fingering
movies together, because he's like, Marcie, shut up. Like, shut up.
Shut up, Marcie.
Quit doing all the lines to the movie, Marcie, because I tend to do that.
Oh, yeah. No,
But if
there's
I watch
certain
it by
movies,
myself, nobody cares.
Yeah. There's certain movies I just have to quote sometimes. Or
like ad nauseum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, all right.
Like
I should
Excalibur, I could probably perform for you now. Every
Next
role.
on Freakquels, Marcie performs Excalibur.
It's on. No, but this is great because it's directed and written by James Gunn, who, you know, in a couple years ends up blowing up after Guardians of the Galaxy, really.
Well,
And-
I mean, he was kind of like, it's interesting. His career is really funny because
he was known more as a writer.
yeah,
first.
and because he kind of got his feet wet in the Tromaville.
Oh yeah, Troma,
Tromeo and Juliet.
the Scooby Doo movies.
Yeah, and then like he did like that Dawn of the Dead. That
Right.
Some people love it. I'm a little cold
I like
on
it.
it.
I like it. Yeah.
But he wrote that, and you know, yeah, I think the Scooby Doo movies maybe were what gave him some cred. But yeah, he did this one, and this one I don't believe did very well.
No, when I looked it up, because I wanted to, you know, get some background on it, they were like, it underperformed so much that they thought he had killed the comedy horror genre.
Oh, jeez.
Well, they ate those words.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, because I feel like it's held up. Like, it's still funny to me.
It's
Yeah.
very funny. It's I'm a big James, and you are too, I know.
Yeah.
Big James Gunn fans. Because like I think Super, if you watch the movie Super and you don't just fall in love with James Gunn, that movie is really fucking funny.
Yeah.
And then like the Guardians movies, those are like my favorite MCU movies.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for his Superman. I know you are too.
Yeah, I'm very excited for
But
it.
I remember when this movie came out and it did not perform well. So I didn't see it during its theatrical run.
Oh, okay.
I did not get to see it. Not for any particular reason. I just didn't get to.
Right.
And then I finally saw it on video. And I was like, this movie is a lot of fucking fun. Because it immediately, I was like, this is like The Blob meets Night of the Creeps.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Which I had never seen before, and Pete made me watch. He's like, you have to watch Night of the Creeps now.
Yeah.
After Slither. And I was like, oh, I see the connection.
There's so many connections.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I
So
think
good.
that's what I really love about Slither too. There's so many Easter eggs to other horror movies.
Oh,
And like a
yeah.
lot that I don't even know, because like as I was picking up on them and like kind of taking notes, I went and like looked into it more, and I'm like, oh, and that's a movie, and that's a movie, and I don't know those movies, so I didn't get those. But
Yeah.
I just think that's fun. I mean, maybe it's because I'm a nerd. I don't know.
No. I agree. I feel like there's a lot of like really cool Easter eggs in here, like from like Nightmare on Elm Street to
Oh, that shot in the bathtub.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's 100%.
It's right out of there.
Well,
Yeah.
and Earl Bassett Elementary. Earl Bassett is from Tremors.
Yeah.
Like,
And then R.J. McCready's funeral home, plus Mayor McCready, both like The Thing. So like, yeah, and then
There's an
obviously
what's
the
that?
Blob.
The Blob.
Yeah.
There's an Office Easter egg in there too. It's the first time Pam was a receptionist.
that's right. That's right.
Which, by the way, Jenna
Yeah.
Fisher is one of the funniest people ever.
She's great.
And
yeah.
she could do anything, and I will just start laughing hysterically.
She does deadpan so well.
Very well.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
you can't not at least smile when she's doing it. Like she's just a master.
She's awesome. And then Michael Rooker in this.
Michael
Amazing.
Rooker.
Amazing.
Michael Rooker.
Here's my question about Michael Rooker. Does every character he play wear a pinky ring? Because didn't he have one in Mallrats when he's
I think
when
he
he's the
did.
dad?
Yeah.
And he has one in this, and I'm like,
Mr.
is that
Svenning.
like in his contract? Like,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
like,
Mr. Svenning has a pinky ring, and I
pinky
just have to
ring.
have a pinky ring from now on. Starla, get my pinky ring. Like,
I don't know. Maybe that's just the thing. It's like in his contract.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't think he had it on the Walking Dead, but that was a TV, so that might be different. It might be a different contract.
Well, if he did, he got his hand cut off.
Right.
Anyways, right?
Because it got his pinky
And then
ring stuck
it
on something.
probably got looted. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, this movie, I was kind of pumped that you picked it because I got to see this in theaters, and I remember loving it, thinking it's hilarious, and I think it kind of put Nathan Fillion. No, actually, I knew him already from Serenity,
Like Firefly, right?
in Firefly, and so I out of the gate, I was like, oh, cool. I'm glad he's like a lead in like a feature film.
Can I say that he is like one of my favorite people on the planet?
He's awesome.
I could like watch him do anything.
I could too.
He's so fucking likable.
Like, did you see him as Dogberry in the Joss Whedon?
No, I
Much
wanna
Ado
watch
About
it.
Nothing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Amazing. He
Yeah,
puts
I
on
actually really like that.
the tiniest jacket. Like, he's just great. He's so funny.
He's so funny. Especially in this, he's like outstanding.
I always think of him anymore as Captain Hammer. You know, Dr. Horrible sing-along blog. That's so funny.
I hate it.
Do you?
No,
I couldn't tell.
shit my head in anger.
All right,
No,
Nathan Fillion, would you come in here for a
Get
second?
out. I don't like Captain Hammer. Why'd you bring up something sore for me?
Well, I have a list of things to hurt you with.
No, but he is so funny in this, and then same with Elizabeth Banks. Is great.
Always great.
I like her a lot.
And we get a cool cameo from James Gunn as the coworker, the teacher. But there's a lot of like great acting in this.
Yeah.
I feel like throughout. But Nathan Fillion is like hilarious in this movie. So good. Michael Rooker though, I feel like is a lot of fun in this movie.
He's got a great effects look going on.
Yeah,
There's
especially like later.
Yeah. He's cool. Like Michael Rooker, he's just quality. I love him. I love seeing him in anything.
Yeah, me too.
Henry, Portrait of a Serial
Hell,
Killer.
Henry.
Oh yeah,
I loved Henry.
that movie's amazing.
But
It was.
for everything
Yeah.
that he's ever done, he's still Mr. Svenning to me
Yep.
from Mallrats.
Yeah, just chocolate pretzel guy.
Let's
Do you
let's
like a
jump
chocolate
in.
covered pretzel?
Yeah. So let's get into it. So the film starts with a meteor crashing down to Earth, and
Very Blob-esque.
very blob.
Definitely.
Yeah. And we see two local cops. One's Wally, and the other one's Bill, played by Nathan Fillion. And they kind of discuss. I love they're sitting there, and Wally's like, "All right, that wind chime is going like 2 miles per hour or something like, or that like windmill thing or something." He's like, "All right," and he's like testing the speed. I'm like, yeah, if I was a cop, I would be like doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Especially if it was like this dead.
This town.
Yeah, and Wheelsy. Is it Wheelsy?
Wheelsy.
Yeah, Wheelsy,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So they're just like they're just sitting there, and I do love that like little bit of dialogue where Bill is just like, yeah, okay, thanks, yeah, whatever, you know. And then we have the opening title. And we see like something has crash landed into the woods of this small town. And then we see the small town, and we get this like cool montage of everyone that lives there. There's like that priest smoking outside, and
It's like Skid Row in
Yeah.
like Little Shop of Horrors.
yeah, it really is.
And like
Oh my God.
I didn't remember that at all. I was like, I had no idea this town was this run down. Like
Yeah, it's really funny.
I was
'cause-
like, is it Wilkes-Barre?
yeah, it looks
Sorry, Wilkes-Barre.
like, yeah. Sorry, Wilkes.
I just saw this town seems to pride itself shooting deer in the face, and I'm like, I want to see every one of them die.
Yeah.
They,
Oh, man.
right out of the gate, they got me into murder
You're like,
zones.
Yeah, yeah, because they were having a party about it.
Yeah.
Not cool.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I know sometimes people will make this argument with me, they sort of hit me with their facts about population control. But you ever see a deer up close?
They're so cute.
So we were so Beck and I for on Monday we were at her friend's house for a party.
Yeah.
And like a mother deer left her fawn on the side of her friend Allie and Dave's house.
Yeah.
There's this tiny little thing sitting there, and I'm looking down at it, and I'm like, could anybody hurt you?
Oh,
It's just
it's so
like
cute.
I got so nervous for it. I kept like asking questions. They had to like text me later on to let me know that the mother came back for it because I was like, please don't be sick. Please don't be dying. It's ruined my night. But so I'm watching this movie immediately after. Like we literally watched it the same night, and I'm like, fuck those people, fucking people. I hope you all get slugs in your fucking faces.
Those dicks. But yeah, we meet all the people, and they're all fine people, and then and we get to meet the mayor, Mayor McCready, who's quite charming. I love that he like yells something, and they're like, "Excuse me, mayor," and he's like, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, when he's in the car, the guy's double parked. Holy!
She's like, "Oh, goddamn mother effing." They're like,
And
"Excuse
the little
me,
girl's
mayor."
like waving.
Yeah. It's like, well, this town. And then we cut to Elizabeth Banks, a.k.a. Starla Grant. And she's a teacher who we find out is married to Michael Rooker's character, Grant, which is...
She got some pervy students.
Which is a Welsh thing. Like to
The
name,
pervy
like
students?
to use the double name, like Thomas or Gregory.
Yeah.
Grant.
Grant.
Never heard Grant, but you know, I'm sure it's a thing.
Yeah.
Isn't your name EJ?
I wish it was. I just wish it was EJ. That would be the best name of all time. But yeah, I love that, you know, she kind of knows her stuff when it comes to like bugs and their existence, and kind of foreshadowing like what they face a little bit later on, because she talks about a cockroach and how, you know, humans are like the better of the species because they rule the world. But anyways, we then cut to her talking to a teacher outside, which is James Gunn, and Grant shows up, and he's like, "Come on, honey," right? And then she's like, "Oh, I was just talking to..." He's like, "I know what he wanted," right? And you see James Gunn like just like not sure what to do with himself in this
Like, all right.
Yeah, he's just like, okay. And he like turns around and walks away. But we also hear, you know, Bill talking with like his fellow policemen and stuff about her and how that marriage, like they're like, oh yeah, she's like a gold digger kind of, and went with Grant. He was like, no, I get it, because he, you know, showed up and he had money, of course.
Yeah,
but,
and she didn't have a great life.
And she didn't
growing
have a
up,
great
yeah.
life, yeah. And so some of the people in town, like kind of question that marriage a little bit and like the intentions of what's going on, but Bill. I was like,
that was our guest, motorcycle.
Yeah, motorcycle. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, Grant tries to that night. Him and Starla are kind of in bed, and he's trying to like put the moves on her and trying to like be like, hey, that's you know, spadoinkle, right? And she's like, no, I'm not really into I'm not in the mood, right?
He should have known. She
Yeah.
had all of her pajamas on. She had her hair in curlers.
Yeah, come on,
that's
Grant.
clear signs.
Right?
Those are some comfy
man.
pajamas.
Yeah.
Right?
That's like, I'm done for the night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so Grant is like a little frustrated. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to the bar. So he goes to the local bar, and there's karaoke. And I love that the lady is singing like the crying game. And I love that song and movie. So like, it was like, this is great.
I know.
I was like, this really sets up like what this movie is.
Yeah, how awful it's gonna be.
Right.
That's also how I stand and sing at karaoke.
I know. She has a very like it's like standing completely still, like frozen,
Terrified.
and trying to like
Just getting
get
the words out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pushing them out.
That's always my
But you
favorite
could
thing.
feel the tension and emotion behind it, even though she was barely moving her lips.
I know, she was like
She knew something about the
There's
crying
probably
game.
a backstory to
Yeah.
that.
Sure.
Where she was like,
crying.
going out tonight.
Yeah.
I'd like to see if it was
Having a
in
good
like the
time.
director's cut.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, like
20 minutes
I want to
scene.
know more about her. Like,
I
what's
do
going on
too.
there?
She's like,
Yeah.
And what happens to her when everything goes
Yeah,
downtown?
because we don't see her later on.
No, we don't know
Maybe
if she made
gets
it
of
out or
town.
not.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Will those slugs hold like an American Idol type of thing for her?
The
Did you see
voice.
that?
It's the voice.
Yeah.
And they hit the button to turn around.
Yeah, and
She's
then
good or not.
one of the people from The Voice, his name is Katy Perry Slug, and she takes her up to space.
Oh no. Oh man.
So I don't feel good about that one.
So
That was a cheap shot.
yeah, what's your problem with
I
Katy
don't
Perry?
know. I don't know.
So as he's at the bar, he runs into Brenda, who is a girl that used to have a big crush on him when she was like 10. She basically saying, he's like, oh, you're a little kid, right? And then she's like,
Well, and wasn't he like, I don't know, like dating her sister or something?
yeah, he
too?
dated her sister. And she's like, oh, I always had a thing for you, Sid. And then, so she and him, they venture off into the woods because she's like, oh, here, I'll show you. So in the tree, she carved like her initials and his initials.
What she'd be alarmed by in real life, like
Right.
if you went out to the woods and someone was like, hey, I carved your name into something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool.
Cool.
I'm not coming out of these woods.
Period.
I'm not going into the woods with you.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I don't feel safe.
She's like, oh, I also have a bag of your hair and teeth.
Oh, cool. I gotta go.
Hey, by the way, when Michael Rooker went off into the woods with this woman,
Yeah.
at that point, I'm just like, somebody needs to give him a chocolate pretzel.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I know.
They're really exquisite.
No, at first they're exquisite.
He has diphtheria. Yeah, he cheated on Elizabeth Banks, and that's not cool.
Well, yeah. Well, he
He
stops it.
stops
though.
himself,
He stops.
yeah,
Yeah,
but-
he stops it from happening, and he's like, "No. Starla's probably worried about me. I got to get home to Starla." And you can tell like he loves her, and I think that kind of comes into something a little later that happens too.
Yes.
And so he stops like her advances, and then they both kind of spot this gooey trail, and they come across like this blob-like thing, right? And so he starts to poke at it, which is always a bad idea.
Not a good idea.
Why do
Didn't you
people,
learn anything from Jordy Verrill?
or even like the Blob remake, like
Right.
that old
Or
guy
the
when
Blob.
or the Blob? Come on,
Or just don't poke gelatinous things.
All
Because
right.
why?
like why?
Spider-Man 3. Anything
Yeah.
that comes down from the sky in a rock form.
Just
Little
don't grab a
meteor-looking
stick
Yeah,
and
don't
poke
crack it open. Don't stare at it like, whoa, it's cracking open. Something's coming out of there. Better stare at it. That thing fucking moved. I'd run.
Yeah, I'd
so
be like,
fast.
I'm out of here.
I wouldn't even get close to it. I'd be like, nope, and
Nope.
just go.
Yeah.
Just leave.
I'd be like 20 feet away. I'm like, saw it. I'm good.
My
I'm
hair
out of
would,
here.
My hair would turn bright white.
What are you, like Nancy from?
I was going like Henry Bowers.
Oh yes, from it. Yeah. So you're just like,
Belch, what are you doing down there?
but yeah. So they see this gooey trail, and he pokes it with a stick, and out shoots a parasite, which goes right into Grant's chest, and he falls to the ground, and then we get this X-ray kind of shot of like the parasite going up into his brain.
Which I guess you didn't really need that.
I was gonna say I felt like that wasn't needed. Like I felt like if he just laid like he was dead, and then all of a sudden he wakes up,
yeah.
it's same effect.
feel like
Like
you just
something
had
took
it.
over his brain.
Right.
But so that was like probably some money they could have saved.
Oh,
a little
they
bit.
definitely could have put that money into some other areas of this movie that don't
Maybe
look so great.
Maybe it was
Right.
like one of James Gunn's friends, and he wanted to do special effects, and he's like, okay,
Oh,
you can
I
do
got
that
this.
X-ray thing.
Yeah.
All right. And
That's
he just
you know
felt,
what? Maybe
like,
that's
guilty.
true too. He's like, okay, yeah,
No.
I think you could put the X-ray scene here. I don't know, and but it was definitely not needed. I felt like that's a case where you could use a performer to actually convey everything you need.
It's
right?
lame.
Yeah.
is the word I would use. It's a little lame.
Always go with the performer because I
Right.
feel like
You have
actors
Michael Rooker.
yeah, it's Michael
Yeah,
Rooker.
yeah, he could figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be like, okay, you have a parasite that goes into your brain. What do you do? You know, and he's like, I got this. I got this, James. I can't do a good Ricker. But
You just have to like sound like you're like when you're talking as Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
You have to always sound like you're passing a kidney stone. There's like a sort of like forcing his words out.
okay. I think I'm getting it. So Grant returns home, and he snacks on some meat. I love the scene because he's just like, meat. Where's the meat? You know, and so he makes himself like a little nest in the basement, and the next day, he and Starla kind of make up when she plays their song. Which is every woman in the world,
Yeah.
right?
Air Supply, right? Is it Air Supply?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Maybe?
it's Air Supply. Yeah, and so she plays a song. She's like, "I'm so sorry," you know, like I didn't mean for stuff to happen. And then they make love, and then she goes to work the next day, and she's like bragging about it. She's like, "Oh my god." It was like the first time we ever made love because he like explored me in ways I've never been explored before.
Like he was like a little boy, and I'm like, whoa,
what the hell?
You are a teacher.
You're a teacher. Don't say that.
You're not allowed to be around those kids anymore.
Especially to her coworker at school.
Yeah, at
To
school.
to those kids too.
Yeah. She just she sits on the mic of school. But anyways, Grant heads to the store to buy some more meat, and he gets like 14 ribeyes, plus more.
Right.
And that night, we see Grant is slightly like physically changing, right? He has like cold sweats really bad, and then he hears Starla in the bathroom like taking a shower, and he goes in. And we see popping out of his chest where those little things were are these two like little worm creature things.
Do you guys not have those?
No, not yet. I'm still maturing, man.
Night is young.
That is young, dude.
You and I should talk later.
So, but especially seeing her in the shower, they like are like bursting through his chest, right? Not killing him, but like kind of like sweeping the area a little, and like trying to get in at her. But he sees her, and you could tell this is like he really
cares
loves
about
her,
her,
like
yeah.
really
Right.
loves Starla,
Right.
And
He's got like a sort of predatory thing going on,
Right.
But he doesn't want to like prey on her.
yeah,
So he goes for the one person that
Yeah.
he doesn't have any feelings for.
yeah, he's like, you know what? He rushes out to Brenda's house. So Starla,
She looks like she would play, like in every movie, she would play a character named Brenda.
she does, yeah, and her real name is actually Brenda.
Brenda, from what I understand.
Yeah. The casting and names in this movie,
I know,
crazy.
It's real easy to remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Starla goes to the bar and she chats with Bill a little bit about, he always kind of carried a torch for her, and they had this moment back in the day where they were going to run away
so
with each other.
You guys are both pretty good on knowing the history of certain things. Where did that carry the torch expression come from? Was that something that men did at one point for women that
I
they
don't know.
had some kind of affection for? They're like, you know what? I can't think of anything to
gonna-
say to you
I'm gonna look it up.
that's going to articulate how I feel about you, so I'm just going to carry this torch. Oh, yeah, I mean, you don't have to do that. I mean, that's
You don't
weird.
have to, no, it's okay.
Why did you have that?
Maybe it's medieval times and it's like, I have to go to the bathroom.
Medieval
Okay, hold on,
times.
honey. I'll carry the torch and walk you down.
The idiom carrying a torch for someone originates from the ancient Greek and Roman traditions of using torches in weddings and other ceremonies.
Oh.
So, like, I'll carry the torch for you?
I guess, yeah, like the association with like unrequited feelings turned
Okay.
into carrying a torch for somebody.
Interesting. I didn't.
All right.
I actually never knew that.
I'm
either.
really glad I asked that question.
I am too. Now we all know.
Yeah. Now we know.
The more you know.
No.
Do.
Prequels. So then we see Mayor McCready takes the stage and he gives this wonderful speech. I could see why they elected him as mayor. And as he's giving the speech, we see Grant pretty much attack Brenda, right? And at first they're like making out and stuff, and then those like little tentacles come out of his chest and stick into her stomach, and he's like impregnating her with parasites, and it definitely plays out like a sex scene in a way, you know what I mean? And because even afterwards he's like, oh, like feels like
Smoking a cigarette.
yeah, he's like smoking a cigarette.
So are those tentacle things?
Yeah, and they're like, man, that was pretty good. Oh man, so then
I like when that's happening. The mayor is like counting down. They keep intercutting it, and it's almost like the countdown to chaos.
right,
It's like this movie's about to get real fucking crazy.
yeah,
Also, before that, Nathan Fillion gives a very similar speech about people, getting excited to shoot deer, in a way that he's not happy about.
Yeah.
He doesn't respect it either.
yeah. I love that. His character
is lovable. As soon as he said that, I'm just like,
yes,
ditch Merrill.
fucking get it.
Get Mr. Spinning the fuck out of your house there, Elizabeth Banks. There's a perfectly good Nathan Fillion laying
This is
around.
the guy, man. This is the guy.
If you don't take him, I will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Later that night, Starla returns home, and Grant looks even worse. His head is kind of like ballooned a little bit.
Is that when he's looking in the window? Is that part?
Yeah, he is home, and she's like, "Oh, what happened?" He's like, "Allergic reaction to a bee sting."
Because I feel like the one like when he looks in the window, which I guess is maybe still coming up.
Yeah.
Like that felt very much like the Fly.
Oh,
to me. Like
yeah.
when Jeff Goldblum starts becoming the Fly, like that first time.
Yeah,
he becomes
especially
Brundle
later
Fly.
too.
Yeah.
Like the when they spit the mucus.
Yeah.
It's
And it
very,
also like there's also a window scene like that in Night of the Creeps.
yeah.
So
yeah.
I was like, oh, look at that.
All right.
Yeah,
I
sorry,
just
that's not
recently-
that part. I was just very excited about it and wanted
Yeah.
to talk about it.
I
love
think it was only like a couple months ago I rewatched Night of the Creeps. It still holds up.
Yeah, that movie's great.
It's kinda awesome. Screaming like banshees.
Jeez.
What's his
Thrill
Jason
me.
Lively, right?
Thrill me. I love
Thrill
that
me.
line.
Me too. I've
Tom Atkins.
I've been using it all week.
Tom Atkins should have to be in every movie.
He is incredible. Jason Lively is really good in that.
We're not talking about him. We're talking about Tom Atkins.
All right. I mean,
Hey, I
What?
didn't say that you could express yourself with that microphone.
all right. Sorry. It's here, and I just
you
thought
like
I'd
Jason?
use it for that
Jason
reason.
Lively, you say?
Yeah, Jason Lively. He's Blake Lively's older brother.
Really?
Yeah. And,
Oh,
And then their sister is Robin Lively, Teen Witch.
interesting.
In Karate Kid 3, she was in. Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
didn't know there were more of those Livelies.
There's they're all lively.
There's like a batch,
Yeah. There's a batch of lively kids.
a litter of
Litter of
a
Livelies.
litter of Livelies.
All three livelies. Yeah, no, but Jason Lively, he was in what is it? The European Vacation. Well, the National Lampoon's European
sure,
Vacation.
sure.
And then he was in Night of the Creeps, but then Robin Lively was in like Karate Kid 3 and Teen Witch. Did you ever see Teen Witch?
Yes.
And yeah, like remember the one girl, she has that rap, she's like top that. Do you remember this or not?
Why? I definitely saw Teen Witch.
Did
I
you
have
see
no
Teen
I,
Witch?
fucking
I don't
way.
remember the rap.
Oh, it's I think it's like iconic.
EJ's lines.
No,
Maybe
there's
it's
like
Teen
this.
Witch in EJ's head.
Yeah. But she has like you know what? It's all right. Just watch Teen Witch. You guys will have a good time, probably. But anyways, Robin Lively, and then of course Blake Lively is the youngest sibling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You
she's,
know, I always wanted to see her do a movie with that Justin Baldoni guy.
oh yeah. Oh, no.
I think they would really like hit it off on a movie.
Oh really? You think so?
Have
you
they
think-
worked together?
No, I don't think so. Right?
Oh, interesting.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure I could comment on that because I don't think they have.
Okay, but I just think the two of them would get along really well. They seem like
Right, yeah.
they seem
It
very.
seems like it would be.
they have like natural chemistry.
Yeah.
on and off the screen.
Yeah, I mean, poor Ryan Reynolds, right?
Well, I mean, I think it would just be a good working relationship. for
Right.
them,
right.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Right.
And I feel like Ryan Reynolds would just be very supportive of the entire thing.
good. All right.
He has a
that's
very
good.
positive outlook on life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he would also. Did you ever read the comic Deadpool?
Deadpool.
He'd be perfect for that.
Yes. Yeah. I feel like he has the same kind of energy.
He
right?
does.
Yeah.
Was that your Ryan Reynolds?
No. Was it? Did it
No,
sound like
it was
it?
good. You did like a little tilt of your head thing. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, well, thank
I
you.
don't know, man. You
I don't know.
accidentally did something good. Take the win.
Jeez, I
the
didn't even
win.
try. So meanwhile, Grant has Brenda. I'm sorry. Later that night, Starla returns home, and Grant looks even worse. And he tells Starla it's a bee sting. He's like, just an allergic reaction. I already called the doctor about it, right? So she has like her own suspicions. So the next day we see where Starla is like, you know what? I'm gonna call the doctor and just get like a second like opinion, see if there's any new news on it. Because man, he looks really bad. And so Starla calls the doctor, and it's voiced by Rob Zombie. Did you know
Was that Rob Zombie?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, I haven't seen him in a year. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
Rob Zombie. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he's like, I haven't seen Grant in over a year. But it's really funny to hear Rob Zombie's like normal voice. And so, like,
You probably didn't recognize
I
it.
kind of like love watching his interviews because he just talks normal.
He's a very thoughtful guy.
and he reminds me of Jon Snow
a little bit, yeah.
sometimes. Yeah, like I don't know why, but he like because you know how like John's like this amazing rock star on stage, and you're just like totally into it. And then off stage, he's like a very like well-spoken, nice gentleman. And it reminds me of Rob Zombie in that way. Yeah.
I should have figured out that was Rob Zombie because like he says his line, like what does he say to her?
I haven't seen him in over a year.
And then immediately after that, I hear, and I'm Sherry Moon, and I'm in this movie too.
Hey,
I love Sherry Moon Zombie, but that I had to go.
you
there.
just had to go there.
I did. I think everyone should leave her alone.
Yeah, she's not a bad actress.
No, she's
No.
not. People are always like, "Why did you want to put her in the movie?" I'm like, I don't know. Why didn't you shut your mouth?
You know, a lot of people didn't really care for 31, which is a Rob Zombie movie. I thought she was like the best part of 31, to be honest. Like she's great in that movie.
I didn't love the movie, but she definitely her and Richard Brake.
Yeah.
They like really stand out in that movie.
Yeah.
Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richard Brake has like a monologue in that where he's just like,
Yeah, Doom or whatever his name is, Doomhead.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's good. I'm gonna say that's probably my least favorite Rob Zombie movie, but like, they definitely stand out in it, and I think she does in general. Like, you know,
She's great.
yeah, leave her alone, America.
Yeah. Screw off, guys.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
So, meanwhile, we see where Grant has Brenda locked up in a barn and feeding her like raw meat, and she's like, looks terrible, but not the worst we see. But she looks pretty bad. Like she looks like she's in this barn, and he's just like, "Here, eat more meat," right? And he's like throwing her meat, and she's like, "I don't feel great," and then and he's like, "Just eat this meat and shut up," basically. And
That was the original slogan for Slither.
Eat this meat and shut up.
Yeah.
Eat this meat and shut up.
And then they went with basics done better.
Yeah.
Some would argue it was a very good change.
That's a good change. Wait a second. Isn't that 3 Jacks?
Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh shit.
No. So, meanwhile, we see Sheriff Bill and his partner Wally show up to Starla's, and they're looking for Grant on a report that he was the last one spotted with Brenda. And she's like, "No, maybe you're mistaken." They're like, "Unfortunately, you know, to be the bearer of bad news, everyone did say it was Grant, like at her house, like last one seen going into her house." And so she kind of is like on the fence about believing, you know, Bill and Wally and stuff. But her suspicion gets like the better of her, and at one point Wally Grant put a lock on the basement door, and she has like her suspicions, so she's like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna just break open the lock and see what's down there. So she goes
It's
to the
actually
basement.
identical to Gravy Digger's headquarters.
Basically, it's Gravy Diggers. Like,
Yeah.
if you went into the
And-
basement of Gravy Diggers, this is what it looks like.
And I think it's the best birthday surprise she could have ever expected.
Right.
Yeah, what if she said that? She's like, how did he know I wanted this?
Oh, just what I wanted.
How did he know I wanted an unsettling sight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I want to say, I'm sorry that I picked another movie where a dog dies
Okay, so
again.
Marcie,
know.
in my
I
notes,
can't believe it. I wrote it down. I'm like, how did I pick another movie where a dog
in my
died?
notes it
Yeah.
says poor woof woof. Marcie, why are you always picking sad dead dog movies?
I don't know.
Is
And
what
I'm-
my notes say.
Next one
mean-
she wants to do is Frankenweenie, so I think it should be okay.
No,
I don't know Frankenweenie.
EJ.
So, no.
for the record, EJ, I really appreciate the fact that you have not commented on all the dead animals in this movie.
Oh, yeah, so they go into the basement.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a
Starla
sh-
goes
it's a
into the basement.
smorgasbord
And it's like
of
it's like
rot.
carcass and meat and just all these dead animals and flies, and it smells terrible. And so she immediately,
And then there was just like Matt Rinaldi making gravy.
hey, how's it
Yeah.
going?
Yeah, he kind of looks a little like James Gunn.
He has his like apron.
Yeah.
Like, actually, that does kind of look like
Yeah,
James
I've always
Gunn.
thought that.
Wow, I never realized that until you just said that, and I could definitely see
They're very
that.
similar.
Yeah.
I love them both too.
Yeah, me too. They're great guys.
They are. Matt's a person I see, and I just feel like warm inside.
Yeah, maybe it's all the gravy
I'm aroused.
that he feeds you.
Oh yeah, the gravy.
Yeah. So Starla calls the cops, but Grant arrives there first, and this is when we see him in the window.
In the window.
Yeah. And he ends up attacking her because he's like, "You betrayed me. You called the cops."
Right.
And we see, his little tentacles are coming out, trying to put them in her, right? And so Bill and the other officers arrive in time, and they stop Grant from, hurting her. And then it cuts to 3 days later, which I this is another thing that's in there that I was like, oh, you didn't have to put this in.
No,
because
it's
with
a
the dialogue,
weird time jump.
yeah, like it wasn't really needed. Because like even the dialogue kind of sets up like it's been a few days now and they can't find him. So I just thought that was like, oh, no, that wasn't needed. Like the X-ray scene, but that's okay. Like I feel like sometimes,
You can just it's just like a
it's
little.
just like a minor
little choice.
It's not like it kills the
No.
movie at all. It's just like one of those things where it not needed, but okay, it's there. So anyways, Mayor McCready shows up to the sheriff's office, and he's really on Bill about catching Grant because everyone in town is like freaking out because all the animals are being murdered.
Marcie.
Woof, woof. I'm
Mar-
sorry. I'm
Marcie.
sorry. I tried to
So
say
many
it every time.
animals.
I forgot that this was. I haven't seen this movie since it first came out on video, and I must have blocked it all out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I saw those dead animals on Monday, and I was just like, "Where's
Sorry.
my puking
Rory, I'm
bucket?
sorry.
Where's my puking bucket?
I need it. I need it right now."
I love that you have specifically a puking bucket.
Yeah, it's for
Yeah.
movies like this.
Oh.
Last time I used it was Ginger Snap.
No.
Mercy.
You can listen to that episode.
So yeah, they keep. So and yeah, he kind of comments too. He's like, yeah, the whole town's going crazy. Kind of foreshadowing like a little later, but he's like, and you have to find him. You have to find him. So they keep finding dead animals, and Bill suspects that Grant will strike at this Otis farm next. He's like, I think he's gonna head to Otis's farm, and so him and the team gear up, and I like that they play the Predator theme in this moment. I
And
forgot about that.
Aren't there other neighbors at that point that they mention?
Yeah, they
The Castavets,
the Castavets.
which is from, do we know what movie? Rosemary's Baby.
Oh,
They're the neighbors.
and the Fitzgibbons. And I forget what's the
forget the one.
Otis's last name?
Stillmeyers or something?
Stillmeyer? Yeah.
Something like that.
Also in the basement there was a vat of Rosemary's gravy. That's Matt's new. That's his new recipe.
Rosemary's gravy. Wait. For Friday the 13th, we should have Rosemary's
gravy.
Oh my
should.
god.
Rosemary's gravy digger's fries.
Oh god.
They'd be like pizza fries. Those are delicious.
Oh, that's good.
Pizza fries are delicious.
Yeah.
If we could ever get him to use actual dough, we'd have him make a pizza. Matt
But you
Rinaldi.
you could
Yeah.
just put the marinara, the Rosemary's gravy over top of the fries and some
One,
cheese.
one time Matt told me that he made me a pizza, and I swear it wasn't dough, it was just newspapers.
Ew,
Yeah, I ate it too.
you must have been hungry.
You're sick bastard.
I didn't want to hurt his feelings none.
Oh, you're a good friend.
Thanks, man.
So, Starla tags along with Bill and the rest of the gang to Otis's farm. So they get there and they kind of create like a little bit of a stakeout situation where they're all like set up on the farm,
Right.
and kind of keeping an eye on the cattle. And I like that Bill and Starla then start to like reminisce over this old memory, and that's when Grant shows up looking like part squid and part slug, and it's a really cool conceptual I think as far as monster looks, it's a really cool looking
Yeah, and I
like,
feel like
body
it definitely
horror.
has that. Yeah, it definitely has that like thing feel to
Yeah.
it, but it's still in like that beginning, like still a slug from outer space phase.
Yeah.
I'm still in that phase
Yeah.
in my own life.
You'll never get out of that phase, brother.
I like my tentacles. I think they're cool.
But yeah, he looks it's a very like Cronenberg-esque, like something you would see or The Thing, like you said. And so Starla tries to talk to Grant, right? And she's like, come on, baby, turn yourself in. We can find you help, and we can help you, get back to normal. And I do like Nathan Fillion's like, what? Like, I don't think we can help him. Like, he's like foobarred, like fucked up beyond all repair. And so at one point, one of the local guys, he threatens Grant. He has like a gun. And he's like, come on, like this is blah, blah, blah. And we see Grant just splits that guy in half. Like he gives him a lashing with one of its slug legs. And it just
He got
splits
whipped
the
like
guy.
Johnny Rico.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Yeah. And he just gets split like right in half from the face down. And one cool attention to detail for the makeup is I like how there's instantly like that black and blue bruising on the guy's face. I thought that was a really cool touch because
I thought so too.
some people kind of miss out on like as soon as like some trauma happens, like it does cause like that black and blue.
Yeah, especially like to like a face, like
Yeah.
like part of your face that's gonna start bleeding inside like right away. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So I thought that attention to I don't know who did the makeup on this, but they crushed it. I feel like
I
all
think
the
so,
stuff
too.
is great in it.
Yeah.
But that attention to detail I really, really loved. So he splits this guy and they all start to freak out and shoot at him, but he slithers away into the woods. So
You said the name of the movie.
I did. That's right.
That's the name of the movie.
So all the cops give chase, and they find this barn not too far away, and they could smell. It smells terrible from the outside. They're like,
Like the
"Man."
basement.
Right. And as they get closer, they could hear like a woman making weird noises inside, right? And so they're like, "Oh, this has to be the girl that's missing, Brenda. She's probably in here." So they open the door, and I love that they do like Bill and Wally do like a rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
And Bill loses like, son of a bitch, right? and so he has to open the door. So when they open the door, we see Brenda, and she's like transformed into this like ballooned version of just epidermis skin. It's like a ballooned humanoid thing.
Planet.
Yeah,
Full of
slugs.
Should
Yeah.
bet she took a trip to the Wonka factory.
Yeah,
Yes,
she does. Yeah,
yes.
yeah. She
like
just
Violet Beauregard, but not blue.
yeah.
Yep.
Definitely has like a little bit of Violet going on here. And as they get closer, she's like, I don't feel so good. And then she's like, they're inside me. And then all of a sudden she bursts open, and all these slugs come out. And they one by one they're jumping into the mouths of all like the people there.
Right.
With the exception, like everyone pretty much dies with the exception of Starla, Bill, the one deputy, I forget her
The
name.
principal cast.
Yeah, and the mayor, right? So they all kind of get inside of their mouths, and meanwhile, those slugs kind of like venture over to Otis's farm. Now, Otis, his family, he has his wife, his oldest daughter, like teenage daughter, Kylie, and then like two younger kids that are probably like about 10 or 11. And we see like the oldest daughter, she's in the bathtub, and it definitely pays homage to like the Nightmare on Elm Street. The way it's shot and everything, it looks like Nightmare on Elm Street.
I wanted the mom to offer him some more milk. For her to go, more milk? Gross.
Yeah. So then it almost gets inside of her mouth. We see like, the slug swimming in the water, and it's a great overhead shot, and it jumps into her mouth.
It's like the poster.
Yeah, that's legit like the poster of the film. And it wiggles its way over, and it tries to jump inside of her mouth, but she's able to take it out in time. And when it's in her mouth, though, she starts to get like visions of where this thing came from, and it's like from another planet.
Yeah.
That it's like a parasite slug in normal form, but has taken other forms as time had like went on and stuff. And we see, it like ripping apart different alien species and like becoming part of it. So she gets all this, and then she like is able to squeeze the back of it and like rip it out of her mouth. But unfortunately, we hear like the screams of the rest of her family. So we see her mom dies like immediately from it, and we hear the screams of like her younger sisters. But unfortunately, they don't make it. Like when she gets in the room is like just covered with slugs.
Yeah.
And
You gotta really appreciate a movie that kills children.
yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, no, it was one of those things where I forgot about those two kids in it,
I did too.
and then I was like, oh
Oh
wow,
yeah.
I forgot about this. Like they died. Like I totally forgot about that.
That's why I like in that new Nosferatu when he's like chomping on those kids. I'm like, yeah, fuck those kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the new Nosferatu?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Did you
Love
like it?
I did.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Take that, EJ.
What? I had no problem.
Yeah, I know what you think.
Oh man, is it the mustache?
It's the
Is it the mustache?
Yeah, I know what you're thinking.
So at the
Sick.
barn, Bill tries to call it in, but he has like no luck. And Mayor McCready, Starla, and the one deputy, stay at the barn while he goes to like go back to the car to like try to call it in from there. And we see that Wally comes back from the dead basically, but is clearly controlled by Grant, who's trying to apologize to Starla. And I love that scene. Hang on one second.
Oh, you're off the show, buddy.
Oh man.
I told you no beverages.
But I love that scene because all of them start to like wake up, and they're all, kind of being controlled by Grant, and she's like, why are you all talking like Grant? Like, it takes her a little bit.
Because
but
they all have like his cadence and
Yeah.
like his speech patterns and things. And I'm like, that's a good dialect coach.
Yeah.
Like,
that really
that's
was.
really,
Yeah.
that's hard.
I was kind of curious. I would love to see the behind the scenes
I
just
would
to see
too.
if they like, all right, I
They all
want you
have,
to
like,
all talk
Grant
like Michael
class.
Rooker. Yeah.
We're all going to pretend that we're Michael Rooker.
Welcome to Michael Rooker 101.
Yeah.
Open up your textbooks to Mr. Svenning.
Yeah.
And after that, we'll have the quiz on Starla.
Yeah. And so at Otis's farm, we see that Kylie, the oldest daughter, sees her family come back too. And this is really haunting. Like, it's kind of like crazy because, like a lot of times you see in movies like give into seeing their family, and if they're like begging, like, it's okay, join us, we're okay now, but she fights the urge. But I wish there was like a little bit more of a moment where she starts to question, like, maybe I should just give in. But
I think it's very realistic that she didn't.
right.
I think in real life, you're just like, I just saw slugs crawl inside people.
Yeah.
And they look fucked up. The little girl looks awesome. She's like real
She's like the
scary
best
looking.
when she's like, well, I forget what she says exactly, but it's really good. Like,
Yeah.
she looks awesome.
I have to agree with you though, because like after she has that vision from what they do on other planets,
That's true. Yeah.
that's pretty traumatizing. I think
Yeah.
I think the
Staying in
quick
the car.
reaction was right. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about the visions,
I
but yeah, that
will
makes sense.
say
Yeah.
one little thing though, if I were to, I don't know how I feel about it. They just sort of shove this character into the movie at the end. Kylie.
Yeah.
Like they introduce her in one other scene, and you're like, who are these people? And then they come back later, and she's like, I have visions. And I'm like, why didn't they just give that to one of the other characters, like Starla?
Yeah.
Or like Nathan Fillion or
Yeah, or
somebody.
why didn't they just let like that deputy lady like live instead of her?
Like, or,
Yeah.
You know,
or
like I
fucking
feel like
Pam.
they're like, we just need someone else to make it out of the movie.
Right.
So
They had a perfectly good Jenna Fisher they could have used.
that's right.
And I mean, like, it's nothing against the actress or anything like that, but I was just kind of like, why did you give that really important thing to a character who shows
Was
up in the
around
third
more.
act?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and we don't have any connection to.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just, it was a weird choice.
Yeah.
I know the thing about Jenna Fisher, oddly enough, I read about it where she did the movie last minute because there was an actor playing that other part originally, right? But it was like pilot season, and so he had to leave he really wanted to do this show. And so James Gunn was like, well, I don't want to, just have an actor who doesn't really want to be in the movie, like, keep him against his will, basically. Right. So he was married to Jenna Fisher at the time. So she came in last minute, and this is even before they filmed this, before The Office or whatever. So she wasn't huge or anything yet, but The Office debuted, and so by the time this movie was coming out, she already had like the stardom of like being Pam on The Office, and was able to like promote, like go on like the late night show or whatever to promote it. But it's just really funny that she comes in last minute on this movie and she still crushes it.
Yeah, she's like really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy, but so she wasn't even supposed to be there.
She was like the Dante Hicks.
Yeah, she was the Dante Hicks in this movie. I'm not even supposed
to be here today.
Yeah, but she did it, and she comes in and crushes it. Yeah. But I just thought that was really crazy, but it would have been more probably like beneficial to have like her character do
One of your just main characters.
Right.
But I think like Starla would probably make the most sense because he attacks Starla.
Yeah, and then
if she had that moment where she was able to like rip it out, she sees it, she could actually work from there. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
And you could still like have a character like her,
right?
What's her name? Kylie,
yeah.
Like, you could have a character like that they're just, like, ushering to safety. That's fine. But it was just, like, a weird choice where you're like, that seems like that important information should have been given to one of the principal characters.
It also seems like a weird, just kind of BJ gratuitous kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
What do you mean?
And I mean, and all I could think was, oh, that's why they picked this young girl. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that though too. I feel like it's.
You think it was the producers that are like,
Yeah.
get her in the bathtub?
Probably.
Yeah. They were probably like it probably did end up, differently, but then like maybe producer interference again, where someone's like, no, have the girl, do this or whatever.
Yeah. Have her do that because you won't let us have the black cloud floating around.
Exactly. Yeah.
You want her, just get a girl in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Banks said no.
They're like, you should put something in there to let us know it's an alien. It's like the fucking audience knows it's
We
an
know
alien.
it's not from here. We saw the asteroid crash. You know.
Honestly, I feel like if you really looked into it, there's a really good chance that like that scene was a product of like a studio being like we need a half naked person to put on the poster.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because it's sort
sex
of like
sells, baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
We're not gonna sell this movie on slugs alone.
We need someone in a bathtub. No, I definitely think there is probably like a studio interference to be like, we have to understand where these aliens came from, or where these slugs
we
came
don't.
from. But we don't. We're good. Like, the
I get
audience
it.
is clever.
I
Like,
saw something drop down from outer space. Little creatures came out. They came from outer space.
Right. But we got it. We got
Yeah.
it. But I don't know if they're like, well, maybe that could explain like the hive mind a little bit better to the audience. I have no idea, but it definitely feels put in there. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel like a natural order of progression, unless it was. I mean, it could have been, right?
Right.
But,
Maybe something got cut that we don't know.
Yeah.
Or something.
But it's just, it definitely felt like one
You
of
feel
those
like
things.
maybe Kylie, there was like a scene that was cut out where she's like, "Man, I sure wish I could quit putting slugs in my
My
mouth."
mouth.
There's like a
It
scene
was
where
a
she's
weird
just-
town. I mean,
It's a weird town.
She
remember
was-
all those townsfolk at the beginning.
Yeah.
That priest
The men
smoking
like to go
with
out
a
into the-
pinky ring.
The
Yeah.
men like to go out into the woods and shoot deer while the women put slugs in their mouth. It's just the kind of town this is.
Or have her be like the waitress at that gathering of the
Right.
bar.
Right.
Give her like a moment there, so at least like it kind of sets up like, oh yeah, you know, like how's high school going, blah blah blah. How's your dad doing on the farm? And then like later we meet her, and you're like, oh, I remember her from before.
Right. Or she could
Yeah.
have been one of Starla's students or something.
That's
you know?
another one. Yeah, like she comes up, she's like, oh, I have some questions about like
Right.
this or that.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or like, Brenda.
Brenda.
Or
There
Brenda.
was a Brenda character.
Yeah.
Could have just been like,
Could have just been Brenda.
yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
he's got a hive mind thing going up. She blows up. Yeah, I know.
Oh, true. Yeah.
I'm
Ah,
so
who cares?
hungry.
I'm so hungry. I need more slugs.
I need more slugs.
Give me my slug slop. Go on.
But yeah, so Kylie, is pretty much trying to hold off her family from getting into the truck. Meanwhile, the Grantonites attack Starla and end up killing the female deputy by spitting like this green slime onto her neck, and it like burns her face and neck.
Well, you can't do that on television.
No, but that's very much from like The Fly when he spits like the
Yeah.
stuff out. Love that scene. I love The Fly. That's a movie we haven't done.
You should do that
we need to do. Yeah,
Let me check the list. Hold on a second.
check that list.
Yeah, I think we could do that one.
So Bill ends up showing up and saves Kylie from her family and more of like, the townspeople who have transformed into the Grantonite people or whatever. And so Bill also comes across Starla, and she is like hardcore killing. Like they're like, oh no, we can't leave the people behind, right? And then they just come running out onto the road, and he like hits the one, but Starla ends up like sticking like a stake through its neck and like beheading it or
Yeah.
whatever. And I love the reaction of Kylie and Bill just watching it. And the mayor's like, wow, that bitch is hardcore. Bitch is hardcore. But we see where Bill, he sees them, and so the four of them now, Bill, Starla, Kylie, and the mayor, all make their way back to town, and they call Shelby, which is played by Pam, Jenna Fisher. I mean, not Pam. Oh my God.
You got it, man. Yeah, I know
By
what you're
Jenna
saying.
Fisher, yeah.
We got you.
And I love how she kind of blows up Bill's spot in the car. She's like, well, your mom called and the toilet's clogged. And your mom's
That's what you did last week.
your mom said it's from you the other day. And I just like his reaction of like, okay, thank you. He's
And
like,
it's like there's roots.
there's roots like growing on like outside my
Water,
mom's
it's the whole
house.
thing.
Yes. It's not really my fault, But I do love that scene. I think that's hilarious because that's normally how stuff like does go down. Like you're like have someone on speaker and they're like tell you something super private that you're like, oh no. Like,
Everybody heard that.
oh no, you just told my thing to everybody. But anyway, so back in Wheelsy, we see that Mayor McCready, they're in the car and he freaks out over having no Mr. Pibb. He's like, what the hell? This is the one thing I told your assistant to pack and there's no Mr. Pibb. I can't do this without my Mr. Pibb. I was like, he gets it. But
Product placement.
yeah, product placement.
I like that James Gunn wrote those words into a screenplay.
Yeah, me too.
That's kind of makes me love him more.
Yeah. So Kylie reveals kind of like what she saw, right? She's like, well, this is it's an alien and I've seen it take over like different planets before. And they all kind of like freak out in the car, especially the mayor. He's like, oh man, you're telling me it's Martians? And then I love Bill is like, well, it's not, they're not from Mars. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, who elected this guy as mayor? Like, he just seems like he doesn't know anything about it.
He was actually the best of a bad situation.
Yeah. Yeah.
That town doesn't look like it's got a lot of real bright light bulbs in it.
No, not at all. And so they get back to town, and as soon as they get back to town, they get hit by a car, and we see that the town has pretty much been taken over at this point, and a car crashes into them, and all the Grantonites take Starla and McCready because they're unconscious. And so Bill and Kylie are the only ones to escape from the car. And so Bill, his plan is he hopes to kill Grant with a grenade and maybe take out the rest of them too. Because he's like, you said it's like a hive mind, right? So maybe if we kill him, it should like, save everybody else. Or like take out everything, right?
It's a sure whatever.
Yeah, it's
thing.
like,
It's like
okay, we'll try it. So he sneaks into the station and he comes across a killer infected deer, and he gets saved by Kylie. And I love this moment too.
He's like, I'm gonna if anyone asks, I saved you. Or I'm gonna tell people I saved you
from a crazy deer. And
that was some good deer acting, by the way.
Yeah, no, that was great. I mean, I love how it's like.
I guess that deer was real method and stuff too.
Yeah, he's good.
He was real
He probably
good.
had his own trailer.
He's
really
yeah,
good.
yeah. He's I'd like to see more of his work.
Yeah, me too.
I ever see him in The Deer Hunter?
Is he in that?
Yeah.
Is he playing the
Yeah.
Really?
The Diddy Mouth thing? Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Oh
was
wow.
him.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
He played the Russian roulette with like
did.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah, he's one of those making Christopher Walken put the gun in his mouth.
Yeah.
In his head, yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So meanwhile,
The Deer Hunter, everybody, if you want to look that movie up, it's a riot.
it's so good.
very
It's
fun.
like
One
3 hours of
it's one
just
of my
fun.
favorites.
Yeah.
Me too. It's a really solid movie.
It really is.
It's an excellent movie. That's the word I would use for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so.
I agree.
It's what do you call it? Christopher Walken. He's just great in everything,
Yeah,
but
Christopher Walken,
I feel
Meryl
like it's
Streep,
really his like
De Niro.
De Niro.
So many people.
Yeah,
in that
Robert
movie.
De Niro
So
is like-
good.
The deer from this movie's in
the
there.
deer.
The deer. Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
forget the deer.
He's great. But they get their grenade, and meanwhile, we see where Starla wakes up at home, and Mayor McCready, he kind of wakes up in the basement, and he hears people chewing like meat, right? And he's like, where am I? And finally, he like lights his lighter, and he sees just these people like just chowing down
cool.
on raw meat and animals and stuff.
It's a cool like nightmare looking shot.
Oh, it's awesome. So he tries to get upstairs, but then he gets tentacled by Grant, who pretty much impregnates the mayor now. So meanwhile, Starla makes her way downstairs, but first, like, she takes like a mirror that has like a sharp edge on it.
Oh, a brush.
It's a brush?
Yeah. She
Yeah.
takes like the bristle part off
Yeah,
and tucks
Sticks
it in
it.
her panties.
yeah.
Son,
To
you
like,
know.
all right, I'm gonna stab him if
Yeah.
I get close.
Yeah.
So she makes her way downstairs, and I love that Grant puts the air supply song on. And you just see the tentacle hit like the play button. And I'm like, oh, this is great. I love this. So that's when we see Bill and Kylie arrive outside. And I love when they get there, they kind of see the shunting kind of happen.
Dude, I already have it in my damn notes. It's society.
Yeah.
It's so much. Yeah, I wish there was more of this.
Yeah. Yeah. So
This weird body horror shit.
the
It's
shunting.
really cool.
Yeah. Did you ever see Society?
No.
Watch Society.
Okay.
It's a weird. So most of the movie, like you're gonna be like, okay, this is whatever. Then it gets to the ending, right? The shunting part.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, what the hell am I watching? It's great.
Society's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
Ryan Usna.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's but you kind of see a little bit of it here. But like, there's like town people who are kind of forming like a blob thing with Michael Rooker's character Grant, and so it's becoming this like bigger and bigger slug, and so Kylie and Bill kind of see that, and I love that Bill's like, well, that's something you don't see every day, but they try to sneak inside, and we see Grant and Starla kind of share this romantic moment, right? And she's like, you know, you just want to be loved, and like you never received loved before. And she's trying to talk to not only Grant but the creature controlling Grant. And I love that as she gets closer, she tries to stab him, but it doesn't work, and he just like throws her across the room. Meanwhile, Bill runs in with a grenade. And the plan doesn't work out because immediately the thing hits the grenade out of his hand and it falls behind a couch. And then he picks it up. He's like, got it. And he gets hit outside the window and it rolls into the pool and just explodes. And I laughed out loud. I forgot about this, right? I was like, that is hilarious. That was such a great moment.
Because too, it's such a little ineffectual.
Yeah, it's just like
Like I just made the sound effect right there. Like
It's
it was
perfect,
so,
yeah.
It was so small. It was like, what was that going to do?
right. It was just like this small, minuscule explosion of water in the pool, and he just like watches it unfold. Like Bill's expression throughout all of that is it's priceless. Nathan Fillion just like kills it, and or Fillion. But
You should just call him Fillion.
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 So
Nathan Fillion.
Fillion. And so, and then we see Starla and Bill do like, so the tentacles come outside the window and one of them stabs Bill in the stomach. And meanwhile, the other one he's kind of like fighting and wrestling with, but he sees like a gas tank that's, shooting out gas. So he ends up putting it into this gas tank and starts to fill up into the monster itself. And that's when Starla shoots it and it explodes, and basically killing not only Grant, but all the Grantonite like people taking over. And at one point,
I do like that when they all fall down, it's not like a conventional movie where they all just get up. Like, what happened? I'm
Yeah.
like, no, they're all dead.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
for
to
some
me.
reason, when I saw this movie, I thought they did get up, and I was like waiting, and I'm like, no, they're all dead at the end.
Up.
Yeah, because I saw this in theaters one time, so I was like, and I loved it. But I was just like, oh yeah, they don't get up. Like that's great. I love that because that's like the conventional way most movies are like, oh, we have to have like a happy ending. Where this just ends where there's only 3 survivors, and it's Kylie, Starla, and Bill.
And Bill's like barely holding together.
Yeah.
He's just like limping away.
He's like, I think there's like a hospital next town over, and we could try to get over there. Like, and they walk off like into like the sunset. Yeah,
Like into the hedges and down the street.
and she's like, I bet you regret running away. He's like, oh, every day, you know. And but yeah, they walk off towards the next town, and they walk past a car, and I was like, why didn't they just get in the car? The car's okay. Like. Looks like the car's all right. Like you could
Salvageable.
I guess they're all traumatized.
Yeah,
They're
I
probably
guess
not
so.
thinking clearly.
Yeah, maybe they need to walk it off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
My
they,
first alien invasion, I needed to walk off.
but they all walk away, and then finally the credits roll, and that's the end of the movie. So I have to say I loved it. I thought it was great. it was a lot of fun to rewatch. I haven't seen it maybe in like 10 years or longer. When did this come out?
Like 2006.
6? Oh yeah. So I haven't seen it in almost 19 years, I guess.
Yeah.
But what a great movie. It's
Yeah.
awesome. I loved it.
I love it too. I can't believe that it didn't do well. Like,
Yeah, that
you know,
blows my mind.
it's another time where I'm like, well, what came out at the same time that like took that audience like away from it or something, you know?
Yeah, I know that it's so weird because I know like James Gunn wasn't really like a name yet, right? So and I guess Nathan Fillion had like a little bit of Firefly.
Yeah, but he was still like not like he was almost like a
one.
Bruce Campbell.
Right. Yeah, he's
Not
definitely
quite
like a Bruce Campbell.
Not quite like an A-list star, but like people were very fond of him.
Yeah.
Cult
Elizabeth
following,
Banks wasn't quite.
Yeah, she had
Big
like the
yet.
Spider-Man movies, but
Yeah,
not even.
No, that was pre-Spider-Man. Oh no, she was in the first one. Yeah, she's Betty Brand, right?
Yeah, she's in Spider-Man 1 and 2 at this time, but not. The
Yeah,
last
but
one,
she's
so.
like resigned to a death, right?
Yeah. But and then she would have had like Seabiscuit, I guess, out.
Sure.
But like other than that, if you really think about it, yeah, she wasn't really like a household
Yeah,
name
she
either.
was like her career didn't quite pop yet, but it just didn't happen that they had like a big name star in it.
Right.
But I will say this though, even like before when you were talking about The Thing, a lot of really good horror films don't pop initially. They don't
true.
like The Thing bombed, which is so hard to believe.
Yeah.
It's such like a classic. And it's just weird that like so many like of these like really great horror films that you think would have made millions of dollars didn't.
Yeah.
This is one of them.
I remember I didn't even know this until like I was like older, but The Shining came out and people hated it. Like
Spielberg
hated
didn't
it.
like it either.
Yeah, critics. I think it was up for Razzies. Like that's
it
how
was.
Yeah, that's how hated
Wow.
that movie was. And now looking back, right? I mean, even 20 years after it came out, like if it was like 2000, I remember like hearing about it and being like, "Oh, this movie is like legit, like a great horror movie."
Yeah.
And when I finally watched it, I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" So I had no idea that people hated it until like a little later. I'm like, "What? What didn't like?" But it's just crazy. That's how it goes, I guess.
I think it was Matt Damon said something like like movies shouldn't be reviewed until after like 10 years because it's really hard to know what kind of impact they're ultimately going to have.
Yeah.
Because like some movies, like they just immediately people love them. It's like something like Sinners or something. Like people just respond to it in a big bad way. But then there are these other movies like they just find their audience, like a Donnie Darko. Donnie Darko's another movie. Like it just didn't do well. Like it came out at the wrong time. It's like almost like immediately after 9/11, and people didn't want to see movies about plane engines landing in people's bedrooms. So it didn't do so hot, but like it found its audience, and now it's like a cult classic, and that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah. No, it's kind of crazy because there's so many movies. Even like, I think a good example of that, like in more recent times, is like the Babadook, like coming out, kind of was like you don't really hear about it, and then all of a sudden, like everyone knows it and like loves it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I think it's just it's crazy how that just happens sometimes.
Maybe it's just a horror movie thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That it takes a little time for it to find who it's supposed to find.
Yeah.
Like, to elevate it or to appreciate it.
It's
Yeah.
cool though. Like I think really great movies they don't stay buried. Like even like
Yeah.
if they don't do so hot initially, like they eventually rise to the surface. Rise from the grave.
Yeah.
That's probably a more appropriate way to put that.
I always think of Adam Scott, right? Like he talks about he was like, I've been, in all these movies, and I think about like the 2000s, like early 2000s, and it's all like, romantic comedies and all these movies that were popular at the time. But then you have a movie like The Room, and it's just like, to be a fly on the wall of that movie, I wish I could have been in that movie instead of all these like
Other ones.
kind of popular movies, because he's like, you forget about them. There's so many movies that come and go, but then there's like a movie that like this he was talking about, The Room, where it's just like a classic, like, and people like love it, and it's a weird cult movie, and maybe it's not a perfect movie or a good movie necessarily, but there's something about it that's really charming and people love it. And so I feel like he's kind of right on that. Like, there's so many movies that could come and go, but there's got to be some kind of like personality or charm to it that makes it stay forever, you know?
Yeah, like, you know, it's weird because I don't think I've seen this movie since I first watched it. I
Yeah.
remember watching it and really responding well to it.
Yeah.
But like I really liked it, and I really still enjoy it. It's like a great like creature feature movie, you know?
Yeah.
Like one of those.
I love creature features.
Me too, man. I like the ones that really get it right, and this movie definitely does. I also don't. I would love for James Gunn to talk about this. I don't know if he ever did or not. Right into us, everybody listening. Because I know he's like he's a vegan, right? And I don't know if there's like some kind of commentary going on about like the monsters eating meat and like the hive mind of like devouring like animals, and they're all kind of
killing the poor deer and wolves.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't know if he purposely did that, or if it's just like, you know how sometimes who you are ends up spilling out onto the page, whether
Right.
you're consciously aware of it or not. But there is like a little bit of animosity towards like hunters and like meat eaters and stuff like that. How they're
Yeah.
almost like reduced down to like primal monsters.
Yeah.
And right on, James. But like, yeah, I think the movie has something to say, and it's a lot of fun, and it's one of those like go into it with like a good humor, you know. Don't
Yeah.
look for something deep. It's just a fun movie.
Yeah, it's just a good
It's a
time.
fun late night movie.
Yeah.
Good time.
It was a great pick.
Thank you.
And next time, I wonder, are you gonna pick like The Omen because like dogs die in that? Or
I don't
Yeah,
know.
which dead dog movie
I'm
you're
gonna
gonna
look
pick
up
next
all
time?
of the movies that have dogs dying in
Cujo.
them and pick one just for you.
As a,
what about a
No, I
killer
really-
dog like
really
Cujo?
really do feel bad. Like
I know.
I was like, oh my gosh, another woof woof. And I thought woof woof because you had said woof woof last time. And
That's
I'm
what
like,
they're called.
he's gonna cut me
they're
down
called.
about that.
It's okay. I have a weird reaction to animals getting hurt. I'm telling you, like before, I was telling you guys a story about the baby fawn.
Yeah.
Like I felt like sick thinking about that when I was leaving. I'm like, man, I just hope it's not like I'm gonna get a call or a text where it's like, oh, the fawn died, because that would have fucked my week up.
No, don't worry, because mother deer do that.
I
all the
know, I
time.
learned that.
They
I
do it all the
researched
time.
it on
Yeah.
as soon as I saw it. I'm like, is this normal?
Yeah, because they're always like, don't touch them because
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
mom will be back. She just found a spot where she thought they were safe and left them.
God,
Yeah.
I was like,
And
look,
I mean,
I got
that
good.
should speak to your friends as like people.
Yeah,
She thought,
they're lovely
Fawn will
people.
be okay here. I'm gonna leave it
Yeah.
here.
Dave and Allie are very, very nice people, so they probably had some good something going on. But as I got to make eye contact with that little deer, and I was just like, man, if I could just take you home, I would just stay home all the time.
Yeah, man.
Just play with that deer. But anyway, no, I think it's a lot of fun, and just, you know, go into it with the right sensibilities. It's just like a great, lighthearted creature feature.
It's
made in
funny.
2006.
It's like really funny.
funny
too.
funny
funny.
movie.
Yeah.
Comedy horror.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
I love comedy horror, and I feel like this is a perfect
I think
one.
it's a good example. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into our emojis.
Let's hear those burn ass emojis.
All right, Marcie. So, if you want, you could start us off with your emojis for this movie. How would you rate this movie with emojis?
I forgot about this. So,
Oh, you're on the spot.
well, I would give it a heart because I really do like this movie a lot.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
I'll give it a little doggy in memoriam.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
I love
And
that.
I don't know. Is there a slug emoji? I don't even know.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think there's a slug.
If not, I guess you could use the eggplant, right?
Some piece of some piece
yeah,
of
an
shit.
eggplant kind of works.
Some piece of shit AI engine could probably make one for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Fucking
That's
thing.
True.
So yeah, you're going with the
Yeah.
slug
Yeah.
emoji.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I like it. I will go with a slug emoji with a meteor.
There you go.
Yeah, That's mine. Rory, how about you?
That's a snail.
Oh, it's a snail.
What's the matter with you?
Oh man,
Jesus.
what was I doing?
You do have the shooting star one though. That one's real.
Yeah, that's real.
So I had to make myself look away from the screen, but I'm just gonna say, I'm going with the dog emoji, fucking deer emoji,
Yeah.
cow emoji, coyote emoji,
Yeah.
fucking shooting star emoji. All the fallen animals in this movie that gave their life for these slug asshole fucks. You know, like I'm just saying this.
The
to you
real
creatures.
enemy.
The real
slugs.
enemy. I'm just saying this right now. Eat the people. Go after the people. They
Eat
are
slugs.
Yeah, just don't eat. No. If you're a slug monster, go after people. Their meat. Leave the animals alone. That's all I'm saying. That's my PSA.
I like it.
Yeah.
I
I
think
like it
that's
too.
good.
But I'm
Yeah.
gonna give this movie a like a heart shrug, a heart and a shrug.
Okay.
You know, like it's not like a movie that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this a million times or anything like that. But it's a fun movie.
Yeah.
So it's a heart and a shrug. I kind of love it.
Yeah.
Ish.
That's
That's
I
my
like it.
emojis.
All right. Now let's get into our plugs.
It's time for a plug.
All right, Marcie, what would you like to plug? I know you have a lot of stuff coming up.
So Actors Circle and Diva Theater are collaborating on a project, which hasn't really happened before. And it's called Backwards Broadway. It's a musical review where people will be singing Broadway songs of a gender different from their own.
Oh, very cool.
And it's directed by Keita Von Bergen and Paige Belitsky. And it's June. Let me check the day.
Can I be in it?
Oh, they already cast it. But you can go see it. It opens June 26th and runs the 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th at Actors Circle at Providence Playhouse, which is 1256 Providence Road in Scranton.
Awesome. Very cool.
And I think tickets are 15, 12, and 10.
Oh,
So
that's not too bad at
15
all.
general admission, 12 seniors. That might be veterans too. I'm not sure. And then students are 10.
Is there a baby discount for like babies that
Why
show
would
up?
you bring a baby to a play?
No, for the babies that come to the play.
Right. Well, like, but why are you bringing?
why-
They don't go with their
Oh, they're
parents.
just going on their own.
Yeah.
Oh.
They
okay.
wear little top hats.
I mean,
chef.
maybe if they don't have a little wallet to keep their money in, I mean, maybe someone will take pity on them.
I think
Yeah.
the babies would need to have a discount of some sort.
They're like, oh, I left it in my other diaper. So I don't have my wallet right now. And what else do you have coming up?
So Diva is also welcoming Intrepidus Theater Lab in July for the Laramie Project, directed by Justin John Costello, and it runs July 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. It's at 8 p.m. The Sunday matinee's at 3 p.m. and cost is $15. And the Laramie Project is by Moises Kaufman and the Tectonic Theater Group about the crime that was committed on Matthew Shepard back in 1998.
Yeah, that's great. Friends of the show, KK Gordon is in it. Justin O'Hearn,
Tommy Tomeo.
you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I cannot. That's one that I'm really, really looking forward to. Like
I
I'm
think
really
it's gonna
excited for.
It's going to be a really powerful experience, I think.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, if you haven't seen an Intrepidus show, I think this is a good one to have as like your first go round.
Yeah, and because my first one was Medea.
Bulls.
Oh well, Bulls. Yeah, where you played.
Did you see Medea?
Oh
You
no, I
did
saw.
Medea.
No, but I saw
okay.
Bulls. You played the character.
Phaedra.
Phaedra. Yeah, and you were incredible. But the directing, lighting design, everybody in it was Maddie. All amazing.
Yeah, Colleen Capone.
Yeah. Oh my God, Liba.
Yeah.
Liba killed it too.
Everybody. Pete Fino as Hippolytus and
Yeah.
as Asterion, the
John Michael.
the Minotaur. Yeah. It
Yeah,
was a good
everyone
cast.
was like outstanding. But yeah, no, I can't wait to see that.
Good.
And anything else? What about August? Do you have any cool things going on?
No, but I
then,
might
too?
have something in the fall, but I don't think I can talk about it yet.
Oh, all right. Okay. Very cool. And then can people follow Diva Theater on Instagram.
Yes, we're at Diva Theater Scranton on Facebook and Instagram.
Awesome. Very, very cool. And then how about you, Rory? What would you like to plug?
I wanna plug Ravenview Productions. It is a film production company of which we're building up.
Right.
I just printed out the very first new script. I printed it out today, and then ran out of ink on the last 14 pages.
What?
Yeah, so it's a little faded. So I gotta get new ink. So I got most of it out.
Damn it.
But yeah, it's I got this brand new fucking script, and it was really cool. I always like watching it come out of the printer because it just looks neat. Like I love the formatting of screenplays.
Yeah.
I'm like a big dork for it. But Ravenview Productions, for all you idiots who don't know this, is also the production company that puts this stupid podcast out every Wednesday. And every Wednesday we put a podcast out. Go back and look. Since this stupid show came out, there's been one.
Yeah.
You know?
I like them on Facebook. You should too.
Yeah. She's holding up the Facebook of the Ravenview Productions. It's on there. You can follow it, and you can write all your negative grievances. You can do whatever you want. We also got Fourth Cut Reviews, run by Churskin 40.
Churskin 40.
He's doing the TikTok these days.
Yes.
He's doing stuff on there. He's making reviews.
He's ticking.
He's ticking and talking.
Mr. Content.
We got Horror Fest.
Yes,
Bobby
Horrorfest.
Keller. I'm sure you all collectively fell in love with his whatever it is that Bob
Sleep
is.
stalker.
It's a cool energy and he's so funny. But you can look that up. That's going to be in October, I believe. We got Gravy Diggers Pot Pies. It was kind of cool to see the kitchen and the movie Slither.
Down in the basement.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Just like the real one.
Swartz Dreamboat is pumping out some comedy on the TikTok, and I think he has a YouTube channel. You can look him up. He's giving you some free comedy, and if you can find something better, then go fuck yourself. Just saying, I don't care. Real Chronicles, friend of the show, Dave Gonzalez. Real Chronicles is his podcast. You can listen to it and follow it. I'm on there periodically. I show up and talk cinema with those guys. You can also find Dave at the Cinematic Reel. That's where you can read a lot of his reviews. And guys, what's super cool is that Dave Gonzalez is one of his little blurbs is going to be on the 4K for the movie Sinners.
Yeah, that's
and I'm so
crazy.
fucking proud of Dave for just always just plugging away at those reviews and because he's got a lot going on and he gets it all out there, and I think it's just awesome. So I'm super proud of him. So Dave Gonzalez, here's a little for you. We got Kitties of NEPA Pet Rescue. It's the last thing I'm gonna plug, and really the only thing that I cared about to plug. Kitties of NEPA Pet Rescue is where I got my cat Ella. She's got spooky eyes. She's a little black cat, and she's a very loving cat, and she loves to cuddle. And you yourself could have a cat, very much like young Ella. You could come home from work and want to punch somebody in the face, and that cat will come to the door, and you'll be like, I'm not angry anymore. I'm going to pet this cat for a little while. But the people that run Kitties of NEPA Pet Rescue, they actually came to our live event and handed out some literature. They basically go in and they save cats. They get them all rehabilitated into good schooling. You can look them up, and you can you can get a cat. You can adopt a cat. You could get them some food, blankets, whatever you can just give to the cats. They deserve it. You know, your life is going to be better, and you're going to want a cat to cling to once AI takes over and destroys your life.
But you should always get two.
You should
cats.
get, if you can get 3 or 4 too, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I have 5.
If she's got 5 and she's crushing it, you know how she's doing so well in life, doing well in school, writing plays, being a producer, all this stuff. It's because she's got a lot of cats. 5 cats. 5 cats is like, that's 5 beautiful little hearts beating for you. And that's what you got to do. So, EJ, wrap this up. Just wrap this stupid show up. I gotta go home.
I got my
Gotta
freaking
go pet
plugs
my
too.
cats. Come on.
I know. All right.
Hurry up.
So first, I want to give a shout out to Adam Farley. Make sure to check out his music. You could go to the mdgcrew.com and see upcoming shows. But his song, Carson song, check it out.
Banger.
On iTunes. It's amazing. It's such a good song. I don't cry every time I hear it. I do. Second, check out Chris Alou's music. Songs from the Hallway is his EP, and that's online on Spotify and iTunes. Also, check out Variant Season. They're out there doing their thing, making some music, rocking super hard. So check out their stuff, and you can find them on Facebook and stuff, Spotify. So check that out. Of course, the new Metal Messiah, Jon Snow. Dude, check him out. I am serious. You have to go check him out live. He has numerous shows coming up throughout the summer. This is the guy you have to see in concert because he just will blow your mind.
And
right?
in the shower.
Oh, I guess so. But no, Jon Snow, go to easterntributecollective.com, and he's in 19 different bands or something. But they do all different new metal type of bands, but specifically you can even check him out as just New Metal Messiah. So check out easterntributecollective.com.
It's like a metal covenant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would say that's pretty accurate. Also, check out Shanty Hill Design, or Shantytown Design. I'm so sorry. I always say that.
Jesus, EJ.
I know. Shantytown Design, they helped out with our live events. And if you guys really enjoyed what you heard in the live events or have come to the trivia, shout out to Mike Vinci for hooking us up.
Crushing it.
Just crushing it. He's a beautiful human being. But if you have like upcoming things that you need help with or planning out, he is the guy to go to.
Check him out in the shower.
Check him out in the shower. It's just, he's the best. So check out Shanty Hill, Shantytown Design. Jesus Louises.
I don't even work here, and I know it.
I know. What am I doing?
God.
But he also set up our website, which is freakquelspodcast.com. And there you can find all different pictures and links to our podcast, links to some of the things we mentioned. And also,
I'm going to get him to make a Shanty Hill.
Oh, yeah, we should. Just like, fuck you, EJ.
That's what it says on the back.
Yeah, fuck you, EJ.
Vince is long gone. It's
That's
fuck
your
you,
turn.
EJ.
So, yeah, no, check out the website, freakquelspodcast.com. And also, if you're looking, we have hats now available on our store. But we have t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts,
Pornography.
V-necks, I don't think we have that.
It's vintage.
It's vintage. It's Vince's.
Yes.
But you could check out all our stuff is there if you want. Rory has a hoodie. You like it, right?
I do. I wear it all the time.
Yeah.
I'm disgusting. I
Yeah, you
smell
should
bad.
take it off.
Shit, man.
You should wash it once in a while.
There's stink lines coming off me.
But we also have cool mugs out there, like
Pint
coffee
glasses
mugs.
for you
Some-
alkies
Those
out
big
there.
Yeah.
ones, the 88 ounces.
Yeah, that 88 ounce.
We have it
coffee
in
mugs.
we have it in drum.
We have 88 ounce coffee mugs. Check those out. It should fit somewhere in your closet.
Yeah, it's on the bottom. It's also known as the lethal dose of caffeine.
You have to put the seatbelt on it in the passenger seat
Right.
of your car.
Yeah.
If
so-
you finish this, you will not survive. It's like a gravy digger Popeye.
And one shout out really quick. I normally don't do this, but I want to say happy birthday to my brother Sean. You are literally the best big brother in the world. I love you so much, and thank you for always listening and messaging me. It actually means a lot, and I just love you so much. So happy birthday, Sean. I love you. And with and with that being said, thanks to our guest Marcie Riebe for being here. Please come back.
I will, because you got my name right this time.
I know. Last time it was like Marcie Riebe.
He called her Marcie Rabies.
Yeah, totally. I was way off.
I would love to come back. Thank you.
Yes, dude. I would love for you to come back and hang out and maybe pick an animal where, or
Maybe
a
a
movie.
without any animals.
Yeah, like maybe like people.
I mean-
Just
Yeah, we'll
something.
see. I'll try.
Hey,
It'll be Pet Cemetery.
Before we move on, before we close this out, have you been enjoying like the toxic atmosphere in here?
Yes.
Because like we're
Yeah.
real shitty.
Yeah.
Like
We're
we've
terrible.
already picked your purse clean.
Yeah.
Well,
we
we
went
were
through your
talking
purse.
about looting, so
Yeah,
that's fair.
it makes
We're real
sense.
into that.
Yeah.
Oh, can I also plug my back alley theater group?
Yes. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna say this right now, Diva, we're coming for you.
We're gonna be right in the alleyway.
Yeah, we're gonna be in the alleyway of the Diva.
Right between Diva and Sterna.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we're gonna be doing drugs back there.
We'll
Putting
be doing
on-
drugs and putting it on our own plate.
Shooting heroin.
It would be like we think we're putting on a play, but we're just sitting there, just like.
And you're gonna have to move every time Kathy drives her van down the alley. You
Yes.
have to game off.
Right.
Game on.
Game off. Like Wayne's World.
Hey, I'm real high. Is that a van or a unicorn?
It's a unicorn. Just barf it out, man.
I can't get it all out.
Do it for the show. But no,
Anyway.
thank you to our beautiful, wonderful, awesome guest, Marcie. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And make sure to come back when you're not too crazy busy.
Yeah, okay.
Because you have a presidential run coming up.
Presidential
yeah.
one? No.
You are like the Leslie Knope. Like if I had to compare you to anyone, you're like a Leslie Knope. Like just do it all. You just do everything, man. It's amazing.
I don't like to be idle.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I
But
like it.
thank you so much. I seriously, and thank you everyone listening at home. We love you guys. You are the best. Thanks for tuning in, sending us positive messages.
Yeah, fuck faces.
And everything you guys do. We appreciate it. So guys, thank you so much. And with that being said, thank you for listening to Stop, baby. I'm gonna work on that.
I think you should. Remember,
Yeah.
you're fucking kidding.
Stop it! You coming home tonight? Oh, that's pretty good.
That's good.
I'm
You're
getting
I
there.
think you need a little more accent, but you're
Yeah,
getting there. You're getting
yeah.
there.
I'm getting there. Yes.